Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad doesn't support you.
You should know, you worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until Stay Humble, so have a good pod, Raz. I'll be here listening.
Got it. We are live. Welcome, boys and girls, to this Throwback Saturday episode of the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode number 239. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon, on this glorious, balmy Southern California Saturday evening at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Taking it old school.
7:35.
Whatever. Close enough. And I'm joined by Negative Nancy, fucking prickly dick, fun at parties.
71 degrees. Great evening, actually, yeah.
It's balmy.
I don't say balmy, but yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Know what this reminds me of?
What does this remind you of, buddy?
Verdansk. Bring it back, man.
Oh, God. You gotta stop.
You don't.
Why does this remind you of Verdansk? You gotta stop.
Because the 7 p.m. 2020 pods, it doesn't remind you of Verdansk? Suck, sue me, man. I don't know. Bring it back.
I don't know. This doesn't feel like an old Saturday pod yet. Maybe it's because I'm not fucking blitzed out of my mind.
It's because people used to like us and they'd show up live.
That's
Nobody
true,
does
yeah.
anymore.
Like people
so it's
would
not.
say things or listen at all.
People would chat. Yeah. They would sub. They would follow. Now no one does. So it doesn't matter.
That could be it.
Probably it, yeah.
So, anyway, welcome to the show. And today, in addition to starting late, we're answering questions. I totally spaced out there. So, yeah, today we're doing Q&A. Some of this might be about Call of Duty. Some of it will not be about Call of Duty. If you're a relatively new listener and you only listen for the COD content, then, I mean, hey, listen. Again, what this episode is about depends on you guys and what questions you ask. So I have no guarantees and I make no apologies. Cheese. So we'll see what this episode's about, but we're answering questions. We do this every once in a while and we're doing it again tonight. It's been a while since we did Q&A, it feels like. Like quite a while. Feels like it's been a long time. What are your thoughts on that? Has it been a long time?
It's been a long time, yeah. And I'm looking through and I see our mods, Deacon Cheese, he's the only mod that does anything. Hasn't been doing his job.
He
a lot of not questions in Q&A chat, yeah.
Deacon
Cheese, we'll have to have a meeting on Monday about that. We may have to remove him as a moderator.
Let's remove him and only him because he's the only mod who was doing something and now he's not. So we'll punish him. But everyone else gets to stay a mod who's never done anything at all. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
That pissed him off, yeah. Which would make me happy. Shout out to Deacon Cheese, friend of the pod. Reddit mod, by the way, of our subreddit that I checked last week.
I forgot we had a subreddit.
Yeah, we had a subreddit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was like 3 posts.
I'm surprised there's that many, actually.
Luckily for us, people who listen to this podcast do not use Reddit. And I'm proud of that fact. Because Reddit is an abysmal website. So, anyways, welcome. It has its uses. Welcome to the show. As far as announcements go, not really any concrete ones. I think we may change the schedule next week because season 4 comes out next week. So we might tinker around with when we do our usual Thursday episode to account for that. So keep your eyes on the Twitter at the Dropshot Pod or in the Discord. We post our weekly schedule there every single week. If you would like to be there live.
What do you think? Like Wednesday or something maybe instead?
Haven't thought about it.
That would get going through your head? Nothing's going through your head.
Nothing's going through my head now. I've never had a thought before.
What'd you do all day today, by the way?
Nothing. Hung out. 8.
You didn't win a
slept in
Z
pretty
League
late.
Quads championship like I did?
Oh yeah, you won a Z. Tell us about your Z League Quads tournament, Tanner.
Oh man,
What is
we may have to
Z-League?
bring
Can you help
Cope,
us
Jake,
out?
and Bandit in here. There's just so much going on. Z League is the most competitive Warzone league there is.
Don't say it's the most competitive.
We were going
Warzone
up
league there is.
against. Who did we beat? Who was the second place team? I think we beat them like 40 points. Second place team was like
Huskers,
Breadman,
Symphony.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huskers was on the team, I think, and then like Aiden or something. Some other like no name I hadn't really heard of. I think Aiden was his name.
Yeah.
They weren't. None of them were good. We beat them by like 40 points.
You gapped
Jake
them,
dropped a couple 30s. Bandit dropped a couple 30s. I dropped a 6 bomb. Cope dropped like a 2 or something.
Nice, yeah.
But yeah, Z League champs.
Nice, man. What'd you guys earn for that? Little social credits, or did you get actual money for this one?
A lot of social credits, yeah. A lot of socialization for sure. We won something. I don't know.
A lot of the Z League tournaments, literally the prize is like Z League account credits, right? Was that this one?
I don't know. We had to put in real money. Jake hasn't sent us the earnings yet. I don't know if he ever will, but Jake was the team captain, so we'll have to wait for him.
Was your team named the Dropshot Podcast?
It was, yes.
Okay, good. Fantastic. Good to hear. Okay. Well, if you're winning and with that name, I'll allow it to happen. And I do expect my royalties. So when Jake pays you, let me know. Or when the website pays Jake, I'll be in contact with him.
Is my money on the way, Jake? Is cash is a check in the mail, as they say.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that directly the fuck out. So, anyways, for those of you listening, yeah, we're gonna do next week. Should be fun and exciting though. Season 4 comes out. There's gonna be a lot to talk about. We're gonna do our first impressions episode almost certainly on Saturday. We'll cover all the patch notes and shit during the week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. And it's going to be fun. And the podcast, again, we're ramping up, baby. MW2 is coming out at a time, October 28th, I think. And every single week, there is either news or leaks. So there's going to be a lot to talk about ramping up here to MW2's release. Probably literally every single week. So if you have taken a hiatus from the pod, now's the time to come right the fuck back, because there's not going to really be a slow week for quite a while now.
But they're not listening if they took a hiatus, probably.
I said if you have been, and you are listening now.
And they won't be. Yeah,
so use your brain,
though.
Use your brain, though, right?
They're not.
Try to anyway. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, got it.
Like telling a doe to use its legs. The legs don't work.
Got it.
You tell the doe all you want, but it's not going to matter, right? Fuck, what else was I going to say? There's something else I was going to say.
You're a bitch?
No, that's not what I was going to say. Another reminder. Tom Henderson said between June 8th and July 4th, there was going to be some kind of big thing, some kind of big news item or leak or something. So that's coming soon too. It is the 18th at the time of recording this. That I'm very much looking forward to. Do you have any more ideas on what that item is going to be, Tanner? You have any theories, any guesses?
I really don't. No, it could be anything about MW2. I don't know. Hopefully just something about the ACR intervention.
If you're listening for the jingle, here it is.
Got it, man. Got it.
Bango's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Dude, we had the trio.
The Dropshot campout?
Yep, the Dropshot campout, dude. That's what, the third Dropshot meetup? Maybe the fourth? It was Ben G, Jaren, and Mick Bango. They went camping together, jerked each other off, come checkpoint each other.
They're still camping right now, I think.
Oh, really?
They're at Bango's at the campsite, live in chat from the campsite.
Oh, let's go, dude. Live in chat from the campsite. Ben made a very cute tweet.
Tell Jaren fuck Jaren, by the way.
Yeah, to let Jaren know that we said fuck Jaren. Ben made a very cute tweet, by the way, that I would have made fun of if it were not an old white man making the tweet. And they did meet up in real life. And the tweet was like, the Dropshot isn't just a podcast, it's a community. And I went, oh! I flinched really hard when I read it, but also it was like a picture of 3 guys who met in a Discord and are now camping in real life together. So in that case, and it's Benji making the tweet. Come on, who's gonna son Benji? Not me. Abe Lincoln, maybe. No one else is really old enough to. I was like, okay, this is a fair tweet, and he's not wrong. It gives me warm and fuzzies to see them frolicking in the forest together.
Looks like a pretty little forest too.
Yeah, it looks real pretty. Real pretty.
And they're all
indeed.
wearing their merch.
They were merched up. They were merched up on a Friday afternoon, and that was good to see. So, all right,
got it.
Welcome to the show. Today, Q&A. If you guys want to ask questions, by the way, you can join the Discord. It is linked in the show notes or video description. There is a channel called Q&A Questions. Go there and ask your question, and then we might answer it in 6 months. So that's how this works. Now, first, we're not that far behind. This is from March 1st of 2022, the year of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Is that where we're at?
Yes. Walt Berger, Audio Chad, asks.
Oh, this is from 2021. No, I'm just kidding.
Does it make you smarter or dumber to be a Patreon member? And does that scale at each of the different tiers? Are you dumber or smarter if you're a patron? It's a tough question.
Yeah, it is a tough question. Based off the community feedback, definitely dumber. That's 7 votes to 1.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I think I'd have to agree with him. Real dumb fucks, yeah. Real dumb fucks.
I mean, on the one hand, I would say, I want to say no. I want to say it makes you smarter because we need patrons. I mean, we are barely treading water here. So I want to say it makes you smarter. Drowning. But does it actually? Of course not. No, you have to be out of your goddamn mind. We do provide, though, 7 bonus episodes per month, every single month, monthly hangouts, and more at patreon.com/thedropshot, which is, of course, the best way to support the show. If you do want to support the show, you're a fucking idiot, though. That's all we're trying to say. And if you want access to fire bonus content, you're dumb for wanting that. Now, is the bonus content fire? Are there 7 bonus episodes a month? Yes. Are they excellent? Of course they are.
They're super excellent.
Just
the
bangers.
Most excellent.
Are you dumb if you get access to them? Yeah, you are. You are. Really. I mean, let's be honest.
Sea of Thieves or what? Yeah, you are.
That shit has been uninstalled off of my hard drive. And Ark Survival
I uninstalled it the second.
Next.
Really? You gonna uninstall Ark?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a PSA if any of you play Ark Survival Evolved, Ark Survival Uninstalled, that's what it is, yeah. Horrible video game.
Dog shit video game.
Why do people play this game?
They're bored.
I can't fathom it. I just can't.
That must have been a COVID phenomenon, because, I don't get it either.
It's like 8 years old, though. It came out in 2015. It's like 7 years old. Why are people playing this game?
That is weird. Yeah, that's real weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That game would be significantly more fun if there was not desync literally every 10 seconds max.
And if the graphics weren't like 2006 graphics.
That doesn't help either.
I mean, Call of Duty 2 had better graphics in this game by a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure. The desync ruins it for me.
I did that when I logged in earlier. I tried to go in our front door 3 times. I would go in, shut the door, it would desync me outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 times. Why does anyone... And the game has PvP? Beta. Oh, fuck you.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like you can't PvP with that much desync, so why even play?
And that's... I was saying this earlier. That's why all of these survival-esque base building games are always dog shit. Because H1Z1 was designed with PvP at the front. And then there was base building. But the PvP was like you were playing H1Z1 Battle Royale. Mm-hmm. It was like playing a BR, and it was very solid, amazing PvP. As all these other games, there's PvP in it. It's like, really? Yeah, have fun. Yeah. You fucking idiots.
Yeah, terrible game. So, Anyway, there you go.
They should be ashamed. If you're a developer on that game, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, buy another server because one is not cutting it. Because there's no chance there's more than one server for every single fucking server in that game. There's just one global server. So anyway.
Yeah. 1 tick servers or what?
If that. 1 tick every 30 seconds. All right, Tanner, what's the next question here?
I don't know.
We'll pick one. Figure it the fuck out, man. I don't know.
Bango, who shit my pants? Probably you. I didn't shit your pants, so probably you. Let's do this deleted user one. This could actually be interesting. Let me pull up a perk list. So deleted user who got banned from Discord, apparently.
Yeah. I don't think we banned
You did something. No, he did something
Discord
very
banned
bad for Discord to ban you. I mean, there's fucking...
Or he deleted his
porn
Discord
Discords,
account.
I'm pretty sure. So, anyways, in a real world zombies apocalypse, what 4 Cold War zombies perks would you run? I would run. I don't care what he would run. So let's pull up a perk list here.
Yeah, pull that sucker up because I'm going to need some help too. I'm going to need some absolute help. Are we just assuming I have access to guns? Let's assume that. We should assume I have access to guns.
Or you need to assume a lot of things, yeah. That's not all of them. This isn't all of them, is it? I guess it is. Yeah, let's take a look. For sure, Juggernog.
Yeah, that seems obvious. That was my
Juggernog's an obvious one. You need health. You need a lot more health. Stamina up, definitely an obvious one.
Yep.
You need strong stamina to run away. Probably Speed Cola as well. Do everything a little bit quicker.
What does that do?
Speed Cola is like sleight of hand, basically.
Okay. Sure.
For that one, yeah.
Okay.
And then, oh boy, for my last one, what would I want to run? Which one was Death Perception?
So you could see
nearby enemies through walls. That could be interesting if I can see more.
I would be camping
that would probably
the whole time, so.
Yeah,
you know, if I'm doorbell cam, so I don't need that.
It's not gonna work. It's a zombie apocalypse. Grow up.
It'll work.
Be smart.
I have a generator.
No, it won't.
I have a generator,
man. It won't. You need.
I don't have
cell phone service.
I live in Southern California, by the way. I don't have a generator.
We can't even own generators in California. I'm pretty sure they're like illegal.
Wait, really? You need like a license or something?
Most of them used to be because they didn't pass like California energy efficiency logs. Yeah. Newsom would rather have everyone killed than burn a gallon of gas. Yeah.
Newsom probably just said, "Oh, this is illegal. Throw it in the truck," and he's got a billion generators.
Oh, his house has full backup. Yeah, his house will never go down. His estate, sorry. Yeah.
He's contributing as much pollution with armed guards, as the state of China is. Yeah.
Probably.
So thanks, Newsom.
Yeah, I think Death Perception, because let's say I'm like, because obviously I'm hiding out at like Costco or Bass Pro Shops, one of those two, basically. So I need to know if and when I'm being pushed. So if I can just see zombies coming at a certain wall, that could alter what decisions I make based on where I hold out in the store, you know?
Yeah.
Or if I need to go out for supplies. If I need to go downtown,
go on a raid,
look for supplies. Yeah. If I need a raids anyone? Raids? If I need a raid, I'll know if zombies are hanging out in the bathroom one of these. Simple. That's actually huge. That's the most OP one there is. If I can know where all of the zombies are, easy. Shoot them once in the head. It's that simple.
Yeah. I don't know. I like those picks, sure. I don't really feel like pulling up a perk list, so.
Percocet?
I'll assume those are fine. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. Drugs. And then just dying. Not going to survive
Good
anyway.
talk.
So, I'll camp a Rite Aid pharmacy and just bang all the fucking drugs there. That's what I'll do. And then die. Vomit in my own mouth. Drown in it. Just overdosing on fucking Vicodins. All the zombies come and they even I smell disgusting to the zombies. That's how long I've been.
You smell disgusting now, yeah.
That is.
I would guess literally this second you would smell worse than a
I took a
decomposed zombie. Oh, nice.
I took a shower today, yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
First time in, I don't know, 6 weeks? Anyway, let's move on. It's a joke, by the way. Dub asks, Raz, now that you're 30, do you feel too old to revive Razinon sus as a commonly used colloquialism on the show? No. Razinon sus is not a young man's phrase or emote.
You haven't said Razinon sus in a while.
It's been a long time, but that's just the kind of person I am. I go through phases where I get very attached to saying one dumb fucking thing.
Yeah,
I
we all know, believe me.
Directly into the ground, and then I'm done with it. And that is Razinon sus as well. But it's not because I'm too old. I'm too old to do everything that I do. So that's not it. It's just...
What were the last three? It was come, checkpoint, and now the incident.
The incident,
Troll Despair. What do you think next is going to be? Do you have any guesses?
No.
You starting to lean towards one in particular?
I don't. That's the thing. I don't lean toward it. It just happens, and then I'm all in. Insta. Yeah.
How did you find the Troll Despair one? The incident.
Don't know. I think it
just
was
came to you one day.
I think no. I was watching XQC.
I knew it was going to be XQC
a while ago, and he like lost 400k runes on his Elden Ring playthrough. And then everyone was saying the 400k rune incident, Troll Despair, in his chat. And I was like, that's a funny phrase, like the incident. And then I forgot about it. And then I randomly woke up one day and like remembered it. And then it was just stuck in my head for no reason.
Yeah. So, you're kind of like a child in that way, really.
I'm a child in many ways. That is one of them, though. Yeah, for sure. The incident. That's what this is right now. Troll Despair. Any Troll Despairs in the chat? Anyway, it's an emote for those of you listening. You guys are so mad listening, by the way. The fuck are these guys talking about?
Urban Bigfoot, how does it make you feel that as I type this, gas prices cost more than a Twitch sub? Gas prices in California have costed more than a Twitch sub for probably 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Yeah. So I don't know. Normal. Completely normal, actually.
I work from home, so
stay home. Call it work.
Well, yeah. I'm in the office, so. Whitey asked, has Raz even realized I'm in the Discord? Yes, Whitey, I unbanned you, you dumb little bitch. You've been fine.
He's been fine because he disappeared again.
Oh, did he disappear again? That's why? Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
I haven't seen him type in a while.
You needed to cook more. You're like a...
He only wanted to he only wanted to annoy people. That's all he wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. He needed to cook more. He was like a Toll House cookie. Took out a little too soon. Still some salmonella in the middle. Like, I'm going to throw him back in the oven. He needs to grow up. He needs to be older.
He's probably 14 now, actually. He's probably finally 14.
Yeah. Yeah. Prime. Ideal age.
Got it. We'll move on.
So that's a joke. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Gridslayer asks, would you rather die feet first to a wood chipper or a steamroller? Oh my god.
Steamrollers like those big things that literally roll you, right? Let me look at an image of this thing.
It's like your pizza dough.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking those, I don't know how to explain it, but okay. A steamroller is like the construction thing, like when they pour asphalt and they roll that big machine over it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. I think wood chipper would be more painful.
Really?
I think so. Steamroller is just gonna kind of squeeze you and kill you real quick.
Well, if it's feet first, though, you're getting
that's what I'm saying. Wood chippers
first.
Wood chipper is like literally cutting everything up and fucking throwing it everywhere. Steamroller is just rolling me over.
You say
neither of them are gonna feel good.
Big deal. Like, oh,
well, neither of them are gonna feel good.
Yeah, well, definitely not. I would rather do wood chipper because I would probably lose consciousness a lot sooner if I just didn't have legs anymore. Like 2 severed femoral arteries, I'm unconscious. I'm probably dead as soon as I'm unconscious. Like, you're losing so much blood. But if you get steamrolled, I mean, you're going to be losing a lot of blood too, but I don't think as quickly. I don't think you would bleed out as fast. I think I'd be conscious for longer if I got steamrolled. So I think I would go with wood chipper because I would stop being conscious sooner, I think.
Huh.
Any of you are mob guys and you've thrown someone in a wood chipper or steamroller in front of a steamroller, can you tell us in which scenario you'd go unconscious sooner? I am curious. Neither would be great. I can say that. Can you imagine, dude? You know what's crazy? Is that there exists some guy who actually died to both of these. Well, not the same guy, but...
Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah,
someone's died by being thrown into...
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awful.
At
dude.
my old work, some guy came in. He did the freeway construction.
Dove into a
and
wood chipper?
something happened on one of his job sites where someone died. And I'm trying to think what it was. It was something similar to that, where they ran over because like something happened, like they tripped and fell, like someone didn't see them and they ran them over. And it was something similar to that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's like the guy was, he was dead immediately.
Yeah.
It was something like some big machine like that ran him over and just killed him immediately.
I'm not positive this is true, but I'm pretty sure it is. Working in construction, like statistically, is literally more dangerous than being like a cop.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Or a fireman, even.
Mm-hmm.
Like you die.
Firemen don't do
often.
anything; they just work out.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's some big fucking black dude who's been a fireman by my house since I've lived here. And I only, not that I'm go to the fucking firehouse every day. I only know that because he's always running the block, dude. He's got his cute little fucking fire department FDSD on his gray t-shirt, and he's just mobbing around, going for a nice jog.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, look at this
work.
fucking guy. We've never had a fire before. It's never happened. That guy has probably never used a fire hose once, and he's getting paid pretty
doesn't
fucking
know how.
well. With a pension, benefits, all the things. Yeah.
And he's getting those old school LA County pensions where they get fucking 100% of their pay for the rest of their life too.
Yeah.
That's why the county's so broke, literally, because of jobs like that. Yep. So I just did a quick search, top 25 most dangerous jobs in America. Cop isn't until 22.
Like one, right?
22.
Yeah.
There are 21 jobs. And it's pretty much all construction type stuff. Logging workers. Pilots is second most dangerous. Oil, gas, mining.
Pilot?
Roofers.
Like commercial
roofers.
pilot?
Aircraft pilots and flight engineers.
Huh. Flight engineer makes sense. I was watching
It's probably more like smaller.
It has to
planes.
be, right? Because commercial airplanes never crash.
Commercial jets don't crash often, no.
I was watching this documentary on the F-18. Some guy who was a pilot and an instructor, just like, it was just some random, it wasn't a documentary, excuse me. It was a lecture on the F-18 that he did at like MIT or some shit. And he was saying like, yeah, there's a thing where when you're in the cockpit and people are working on the plane, no one will go near your plane unless both hands are literally in the air. Because if you like tap the stick, it'll send the fucking, I don't know what they're called, the metal things like down. Yeah. And that will instantly kill you if you're working on the plane. Because it's like what's it called? The hydraulic pressure or whatever. It's like super pressurized fucking titanium Kevlar that's coming down at like 1 billion PSI. And people have died that way like many times. Someone's like looking at the engine. The pilot accidentally barely touches the joystick. Super dead. Instantly super dead. So I can imagine that would be dangerous. Yeah. Fuck that, dude. Ooh, it's scary. Creeps
dude,
me out,
being a crossing guard is more dangerous than being a cop.
Really?
A crossing guard, yep. And according to this study, by the way, firefighting is a lot more dangerous than being a cop.
Yeah, it makes sense. It depends where you live, I would imagine. Like
delivery
if you're a
drivers, number 7.
Seattle, you're probably so safe, dude. You're probably the safest person on the planet. A Seattle firefighter. The fuck you doing? Yeah. You get a call and you say, "Oh, fire department Seattle. Oh, your house on fire. Hold on 1 second. Look outside. It's raining. Okay, cool. Just bring an umbrella for a minute. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
and then
right.
you can walk back in. All right, thanks. Hang up. Sip your Pike's Place. Yeah. Anyway.
Don't say sip your Pike's Place.
Sorry, I'm a coffee aficionado, so
Don't.
where Pike's Place is.
All right, cool.
Seattle, Washington. Is the number one most dangerous job underwater welder?
No.
What is it? What's the number one most dangerous job?
Logging workers. Loggers.
Oh, really? I believe that.
Oh,
You're in
yeah,
a tree,
for sure.
cutting a branch, you're sitting on the wrong side of it because you're dumb, and then you just fall 8 billion stories. Doing
Fishermen,
dangerous...
too. That's a dangerous job.
No.
Fishermen. Yeah, that's number 2 on this other list.
What?
Have you ever watched any of those fishing shows?
No. What
It's
are you fishing?
insane.
Great white sharks?
Fishing out like in the middle of the ocean in Alaska or something in those storms, it's insane, dude.
How would you
It is
die?
super dangerous.
Like capsizing?
Those ships you're operating are fucking massive. There's like metal winches and lines going everywhere, big heavy cages falling off the boat, all sorts of shit, man.
Huh. That's crazy. I would not have ever guessed that.
Yeah.
Not once.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Sketch. Well, yeah. When I think of fishing, I think of some fucking old white dude with a cooler of 48 beers just sitting on a lake that's not moving with a line in the fucking water.
You're thinking of Benji in a river.
Correct, yes. No,
It's
in a
not-
lake.
yeah.
A river is sort of dangerous, maybe. Not a lake, though. That's what I think of. Just the safest possible thing. So,
Okay.
anyway. All right, Tanner, what do we got next?
Steel Switch, what is the best video game mod you ever used or experienced?
That's a great question.
Mine
This is an
was
excellent question.
Battlefield 2, a mod called Project Reality. It was like a realism mod for Battlefield 2 at the time, which, God, when did Battlefield 2 come out? 2008 or something, maybe?
Long time ago, yeah.
It was an old game. Don't remember how I found it. It was free. The devs basically did it because they wanted to have fun. They accepted donations. The game was... It would be pretty dead at times. If you played at certain hours of the day, there'd be like literally like less than 300 people online. But it basically made Battlefield way more realistic. It was so much fun. It's similar to like, if anyone's heard and played Squad before, Squad is just the new version of Project Reality. Squad was created by... No.
Squad W.
Stop.
Sorry. I was looking
Okay,
for
thank
the
you.
right thing, yeah.
Thank you. Squad was created by primarily ex-Project Reality devs that said, you know what, we want to move off of this dog shit old Battlefield 2 engine and develop Squad, and that's why they did. So everything you see in Squad, it came from Project Reality. Like how you have to make certain squads if you wanted to do the tank. They don't just let any random asshole spawn in and drive the tank. No, you have to have a specific squad. You have to claim it. Things like that. So Project Reality had all of that. Played with a really dope crew. Still talk to some of them to this day. It's been like fucking years, 10 years or so. Same guys. We used to always play together. Pretty cool. But yeah, so definitely that. I put more hours into that than any other mod by far. Really fun game.
Most of the games I've played a lot were MMOs, and you can't mod those, obviously. But so yeah, I actually thought I could answer this easily, but I can't. The first mod I ever used, though, was that I can remember was Knights of the Old Republic 2, the Sith Lord's content restoration mod. And they like Obsidian designed a bunch of shit that they didn't end up putting in the game because their publisher, probably Microsoft, I don't remember who the publisher was. BioWare? No, wasn't BioWare. That's a dev. Like made them rush it out basically. So they had a bunch of like almost finished content that they didn't release because it wasn't totally done, and this mod just put it all back in the game, made it really cool and fun and a lot better. So I guess that one, but I never played any like, I'm sure I did play some like multiplayer.
I played a lot of mods,
shit, but I can't remember any. If I did, I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big mod guy. Mods are
big
cool.
mod guy, huh? Yeah, some of the most fun games ever came from mods, honestly.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about fucking H1Z1. Like that's a mod. Or the whatever the fucking zombies version is.
Well, that was the core game at first. That actually came before the BR. That's what H1Z1 was originally, and then they designed the BR.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said, yeah. They're going to say?
Nope.
Got it.
I wasn't going to say that. That's what I said. Steel Switch also asked, and we got some community feedback on this one, which I am very pleased to report on.
This genuinely pisses me off, actually.
Steel Switch asked, who would win one-on-one in basketball between Raz and Tanner Dropshot? And we got some community feedback. 6 people said Tanner would win. 10 people correctly said Razinon would win.
How do people think that?
Because look at the shoulders. Look at my wingspan. You have no chance.
Okay, these actually don't count. One of the votes is you. One of them is deleted user. One of them is Whitey. One of them is Whitey. So those 3 automatically don't count. I mean, they just simply don't count.
Okay, well, hey, no one could have voted for me.
I got the people with the brain voting for me.
Lily white ass
Pritch,
in basketball, dude.
Pop.
I would fuck you.
No, you wouldn't.
I would fucking box you out, get every one of my boards. I don't miss, though. I'd get every one of your boards, excuse me. I would take you straight to the hole. I would drop dimes. Ooh, dude.
I remember texting Gabe when this question was asked, and I said, Gabe, is Casey good at basketball? And he was like, LOL, he's okay. Why?
Yeah, well, listen, Gabe is unironically an extremely good athlete. So if
he's
he says
extremely
I'm
good
okay,
at everything.
Yeah, he's
extremely
good
looking, good athlete, good at gaming.
One thing he's not good at is being a friend. That's the only thing he's not good at, you know?
Yeah, you
or
think?
Arriving on time. Yeah.
Not great at arriving on time. Yeah, I will agree with that. Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to Gabriel Salperez.
Sure, go fuck yourself. That's true.
In California, Lyman Avenue, homeless, unemployed. Yeah, I would beat the fuck out of you at basketball. I actually played basketball a lot when I was a little kid.
Doesn't matter. You were a little kid. You haven't gone outside in years. It doesn't matter. That literally doesn't matter. That has no effect on anything.
You. Yes, it absolutely does. Dude.
Okay.
It absolutely does. Have you ever played like a game of basketball before?
Yes.
When?
Like in a league or just like played a game?
Either one.
I haven't played in leagues. No, we used to play all the time. I used to play with Gabe all the time at school. Every day, dude. We would hoop.
You would hoop,
We would throw them hoops, man.
Interesting. I played in
Did you guys at your... Growing up at your shitty schools,
in NJB, me and Michael always made the all-star team, and we made the coaches keep us together. So my mom,
because your dads were the coaches.
No,
that's why you made the all-star team. Yes, they were.
No,
yes, they were.
They weren't. No, our dads had.
Your dad
jobs.
was the coach. Your dad was the coach.
So that our moms could trade off driving us to practice. It was actually a good system. It was a scam too, and we would fuck kids up, dude. Oh, we were so good. Yeah, I was just the sauciest little point guard. What are you gonna say?
Don't say saucy. Growing up, did your school have those? Do you guys have like the basketball nets, or was it the chains? You know those chains that they would have?
Yeah, I'm not sure we had either.
I fucking hate those. There's nothing worse than throwing a basketball and hitting those chains.
Yeah,
because you can't get that swish effect. Yeah. It hits the chains, make too much noise, and then falls through. And I hate it. I hate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking broke ass schools using chains. Use a net.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think, you know what the thing is?
Probably because you never made a basket, so it doesn't matter. Of course you don't remember.
I went to public school because I'm not a privileged white piece of shit like you. And in public school, if you use the cloth net, kids would just destroy it instantly. They'd hang on it, fucking cut it, piss on it. Yeah. So there was either chains or they just didn't give us a net. It was just it was the rim only, which was fine. I'd still win.
Nothing worse than the rim either. No, you got to have the net. It really adds to it. It adds to it a lot.
The net helps. I'll give you that.
It really helps.
The net is nice, but it's a luxury I didn't always have as a child. But I still played for the love of the game, dude. So
luxury you didn't always have as a child.
I would beat the absolute fuck out of you.
How much was your house value now?
You would 1v1 me for $50. I will absolutely take you up on that. I will absolutely take you up on that. And by
you
the way,
would be tired after dribbling for
sport.
5 seconds.
Oh, I'd get prepared, dude. I would be, but my skills far surpasses yours that it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
I would just, dude.
Okay.
Anyway. Next is from Urban. What is the best topping on toast? I like
Butter.
this question. I like this question. Butter?
It depends. If I'm home and I'm using my shit
Not avocado, huh?
toast, of course not.
You're not a California guy?
No. Oh, I'm genuinely pissed. That didn't even come to my mind. So the fact that you said that makes me super mad. Butter if I'm at home, if I'm at like a breakfast joint, little breakfast spot, and I get some nice crispy sourdough. Usually I put like some of their strawberry jelly or whatever on it. Strawberry jelly is a lot better than grape jelly, by the way.
True.
But yeah, usually just butter. So, sometimes at home too, throw like that like cinnamon sugar mixture on top.
That's what I was
done that.
gonna
That's pretty good
suggest.
too.
Yeah.
That's if I'm wanting something sweet though.
Mm-hmm.
But usually,
if I'm putting strawberry jam on my toast, I don't want it on sourdough. If I have sourdough toast, I want butter and something savory. Something a little zesty.
yeah, usually. So
I don't
like
want
they'll usually give
strawberry.
you like 4 pieces of bread, like 4 pieces of sourdough. Usually like one of them I'll put jelly on because I just want a little bit of something sweet, and then the other 3 it's just butter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It has to be the butter with the brown sugar cinnamon shit though. Yeah, that was my first thought too. Real good. Or on a little English muff. Little butter and cinnamon
English
sugar
muffs
on an
are better
English
than
muff.
toast. Yeah, a good
dude.
crispy English muff is better than toast.
Yeah.
I need to go buy some English muffs now, actually.
I haven't had an English muff in a long time, dude. But those dude. Real good.
Yeah.
So, dude, what are your thoughts on bagels?
Good.
What kind of toppings are we working with?
Bagels are one of those you got to get at like a bagel joint or like a donut joint.
You ever been to Einstein Bros? You ever heard of that
I don't
place?
like it. I have.
You don't like it?
I've tried it twice and I didn't have good experiences. And I was excited to try it because everyone talked about how good it was.
It is good,
I went to one in Arizona, fucking hated it. But it's because I got like the whole sandwich. Are you just talking about like regular bagels from there? I got like some dog shit sandwich with like egg, cheese. It was terrible. I didn't like it. And I also got Einstein's one time in, I think, the Ontario airport or
I forgot about their sandwiches.
Maybe it was the Arizona airport, actually. I don't know. Dog shit, though. I wasn't a fan. Super disappointed in it because I had heard the good things.
Dude, in Long Beach, I had one like 10 steps from my house. It was in that shopping center or my house, the apartment I was renting. Really close shopping center. It had Einstein Bros, dude. I would go there, get their fucking breakfast sandwich, which is like 2 like everything bagels with like hot with fucking egg, cheese, whatever is in the middle. I forget. But it was so goddamn good. But they're actual bagels too. Like it was all good. I loved Einstein Bros. That sucks you didn't like it. I wonder if you just went to shitty ones because it is a franchise. Sometimes
maybe
franchises are just shit. But
I like jalapeno cheese bagels though. That's my go-to.
The bagel
jalapeno
or the
cheese
spread?
bagel.
Okay.
The actual bagel, jalapeno cheese bagels with some cream cheese on it. That's usually my go-to. And then often I'll do like the lox bagel with salmon, tomato, onion, capers, and cream cheese. Those are really good from certain places. Most places won't do them good. You can't go to like a normal like donut place around us and get that. It'll be disgusting. But some places have really good ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another thing that pissed me off too. Speaking of my whore ex-girlfriend again, she would get like a flavored bagel with also flavored cream cheese. So for example,
fucking weirdo,
something like an everything bagel with like the garlic cream cheese or soming. And it's
okay, that's not bad. I thought you were gonna say like the strawberry cream cheese.
She wasn't that insane. I would have evicted her on the spot. That though is we're getting too crazy. Here's what you need. If you want to get an everything bagel, you put regular plain cream cheese on that, or you don't put a goddamn thing on it. That's all. Yeah. Don't put flavored cream cheese on it. Or if you want to have strawberry cream cheese or something, hey, great choice. I'm a big strawberry cream cheese fan. Get a plain fucking bagel though. We can't be doing all of the extra shit.
Ugh.
It's too
Strawberry
much.
cream cheese. Nasty, dude.
You don't
Nasty.
like strawberry cream cheese?
No.
It's
Flavors
so
of
good.
cream cheese shouldn't exist like that. No.
Oh, you're
Fuck
just
no.
you're an absolutist.
I mean, you're
very
just like a
interesting.
90-year-old woman if you enjoy strawberry
Ooh,
cream
it's
cheese
good,
on your
dude.
bagel. It's
It's
something my
good.
fucking dead grandma would have enjoyed. God
Well,
rest her soul.
F's in the chat, yeah. Is she still in the outhouse? She there rotting right now?
Yeah, she's frozen out there.
Yeah.
We froze her.
That's
She's
good.
next to the kittens.
Yeah. Next, Salty O Rhombus, Irishman, asks, if you had to move the Dropshot LLC to a non-English speaking country, ooh, this is interesting, which one would it be? You have to learn the local language. Okay, well that changes a lot. If I have to learn the local language, that changes everything. Although
Does it?
it actually doesn't change anything because I would want to do that either way. So yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna have to learn it, it really doesn't matter. So wherever you move, you're gonna have to learn it then, right?
Exactly, yeah. So
So basically, what country? What do we want it to be in?
yeah, it's weird to frame this as if we had to move the company. I mean, my life is my job, Sigma male grind set. So maybe
Stop.
that's fair, but
Stop.
still
The
just an
grind set
interesting
incident.
ways to phrase it.
Man, I don't know. I'd be down to go like anywhere, honestly. Not really picky. Pretty much pick any European country as long as they have air. Actually, I'm sick of these fucking dog shit
I wasn't
countries in
thinking of going
Europe
to
and
the
the
moon.
UK. Why do you guys not have air conditioning?
Oh,
What's
I
with
see.
it?
Yeah.
What is with it?
It's cold. Most
Why are
of the
you guys
time, I
all
guess.
sweaty and gross? It's nasty. Well, like even when it's not super hot, it's like disgusting and humid there, isn't it? I don't know.
Depends where you go, I
Um,
guess. Depends on the country.
What about Russia? You want to go to Russia?
Fuck no, I don't. I'm picking somewhere where they speak Spanish. So either Mexico or Spain.
Oh, fuck that.
'Cause I
Spain,
can
okay,
speak
Spain,
pretty
sure. I'm
good
down for
Spanish.
that. Not fucking going to Mexico, though, no.
I could be fluent in Spanish inside of a year if I actually lived somewhere.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I don't go
for sure.
outside though. If I went outside also, then I'd be fluent in Spanish inside of a year super easily. Like no problem. 'Cause I have
Down
a pretty
for
decent
Spain.
like foundation on Spanish. Have you been to Spain?
No, I've wanted to.
Seems like it's nice, right? Go to the Iberian Peninsula.
Seems pretty nice,
It'd
yeah.
be cool. Go to Portugal.
Portugal is Portugal, yeah.
Speak some Portuguese.
Portugal's not Spain, but yeah.
I'm aware of that.
Are you?
It's
Yeah.
next to Spain. That's why I said that.
Got
the
it, yeah. A
Iberian
lot of things
Peninsula.
next to Spain,
Read
yeah.
a book. You know what else is next to Spain? Kind of. Africa.
Yeah, kind of is, huh? Let's go to
Egypt.
Africa then.
Go to Egypt.
Somalia is where I pick.
Somalia, huh? We wouldn't have to pay taxes.
Anywhere that has good
We'd have
food.
to pay taxes to the roving bands of lawless pirates, but we wouldn't have to pay the state any taxes. So
I would pick anywhere with good food and maybe some AC. So pick a country that has that. Nowhere in the UK has either of those.
that's
so
correct.
not
yeah,
the UK.
Fuck
Pretty much
Europe.
anywhere else. Pretty much anywhere in Europe, and that's fine. But
Or,
not
yeah,
the UK.
Excuse me. Yeah, fuck the UK. Yeah. Yeah, white people, any British Isle, suck my cock and balls. You guys don't do anything. You can't do anything. And that's why you're all drunks, because there's nothing to do or eat there. It just rains and is sad all the time.
You don't like
That's it.
peas on toast? Peas and beans on uncooked toast?
You can eat shit food or just be sad that it's raining. Those are the only activities in Scotland, Wales, fucking Ireland, of course, England. Dog shit places to live. Yeah. Awful. Ugh, places to live. I would start a civil war if I was in Ireland just for the fun of it. Because at least it's something to do. I mean, holy shit. What else are you doing there, man?
Yeah, not
Fucking
much.
bog trotting? Hey, stop. Move. Holy shit, man.
It's funny because even like I only know like a few people that have gone to Ireland, and no one that I've known has liked it. I mean, it's a small sample size. It's like 3 people I know that have gone there, but everyone said the same thing. They're like,
3 for 3 is something.
it's kind of boring. They're like, there's not really anything to do. I'm like, oh, okay,
Why they're all drunk.
interesting. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to see. Like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Wow. Guess that makes sense.
Unironically, I know I joke about how much the Irish are the worst reprehensible people, which is of course true and not a joke. But actually, if I was gonna go anywhere in the British Isles and I was not Irish, I would say I would go to Ireland literally last. I would want to go there because I'm like a ton Irish, so it would be interesting for me to see it. But if I was like, I don't know, some black dude, I would go to Ireland last. Like, Scotland has way more interesting shit to look at. England proper has more interesting shit to look at.
There's more things to do, at least.
Maybe Wales. I don't know anything about Wales, though, actually.
I know nothing about Wales.
It's a little tiny island, yeah.
Yeah, fuck Wales.
Yeah. What other country am I missing in the UK? Not Britain. Okay, so there's England, Wales, Ireland, I guess Northern Ireland. Cringe. I would go there last. Or I'd go there first and firebomb those Protestant loyalist dogs. What are your thoughts on that? And then
Switzerland. Let's do Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah. That would be something. Not many taxes there either, by the way. We could open a Swiss bank account. It'd be pretty good. That's what all the rich people do.
We wouldn't have enough money to put in a Swiss bank account. They would laugh in our faces and say, you guys have this much money? Oh, get lost.
I'm not kidding. I literally think they actually wouldn't let us open an account. I think you have to like put like a lot of money in, or they're like, we don't even want this. Like, what are you doing?
Not be deeply under the poverty line, yeah.
Just, yeah, it'd say, you're disgusting peasants. We don't want your filthy fucking pennies here. And then they'd laugh at us and extradite us, yeah. And then they would... Never mind. Anyway, whatever.
Australia? No, I don't think so.
What was the question? Oh, yeah, that'd be... Oh, non-English speaking. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. I'm going to say... Realistically, I'm going to say Mexico because it's close. But if I wanted to be adventurous, I'd say Spain. Those are my two options.
I think Spain, yeah. Spain's sounding good.
Yeah.
Spain is sounding real good. You're in a better spot in Spain too. Go to all those European countries. Like, what are you gonna do in Mexico? What am I gonna do? Go to fucking Colombia?
Get your
Bolivia?
Head,
I mean, what am I gonna do there? Get your head
separated from your torso. You could do that. Dude, there's this video.
Yeah, you definitely could do that.
I was watching this streamer, Destiny, and he was watching this like viral video on Reddit or something of these two white dudes. This like just happened. They have a dash cam because for insurance or whatever that faces them. Maybe they do Uber or something, but they have this cam on, and it's two white dudes. They're like our age, but they're gay. They're like a couple. They didn't say that, but it was so obvious.
Yeah.
So there are these two gay white dudes driving through Mexico, and they get pulled over by like this truck, and they're in like cartel country. And they get pulled over by this fucking truck full of dudes with guns. And he pulls over, and the one guy in the passenger seat is fucking hyperventilating. And he's like, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. They're fucking shitting their pants, dude. And they were cartel guys. But he walked up, he's like, hey, what are you doing here or whatever? It was not the police, it was cartel people. And then they're like, and he's like, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us.
Oh my God.
It's funny because I'm not the one in the car, but I would absolutely be just as scared as them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're literally getting pulled over by the cartel. But then
just keep driving.
The guys are eventually like, hey, relax. What's your name, man? And then they like tell him, he's like, all right, where are you going? They're like, Cancun.
Oh my God.
He's like, oh, cool, man. Well, like, yeah, no, just have fun, whatever. And then they leave him alone. And then evidently they were explaining if you kill white people in cartel country, the cartel will kill you, because that is really bad for business if tourists are getting executed in your country. And it's arguably safer to be a white tourist in cartel controlled areas than elsewhere, because you have the protection of the cartel, because white American kids getting killed is the worst thing for the cartel, because then they lose all their tourism. So you're like as safe as possible. So they were never in danger. But I would still shit my pants. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And that I get that. That's why we were thinking about going to Mexico, and that was one of the things. Like, where we were going to go, we were going to have to rent a car, and like the more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't want to rent a car and drive in Mexico. I've heard horror stories. Kids I used to work with got pulled over, and the cops told them, "Give me $200 or I'm going to arrest you." And there's nothing you can do because it's the country's police. Like, what are you going to do? And the more I thought about it, it's like, I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to go to Mexico. Forget it. Yeah. I'm either going to die and be sent back home with my body stuffed with drugs, or I'm going to be forced to provide all of my money to their extremely shady police state, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm not going to Mexico. I think I'd only go to Mexico if I had like a crew to roll with. If I had like at least 2 other friends, another couple, or at least so like we're not alone. But I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to go to Mexico actually. Yeah. So let's do Spain. Spain sounds good.
Yeah.
Spain, they won't kill us and stuff us with drugs and send us back over the border at least. Which literally does happen here, by the way. That's not just me making that up. That has happened numerous times.
There, I posted the video in chat. It's funny, but it's fucking. I would be terrified too. You guys should watch that video. That's interesting. But yeah, it's fucking crazy.
They must be lost.
I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they're going down like dirt roads.
Yeah, they're not in Mexico City. They're off the beaten path, as it were. I'm with you though. Even if everything I just said, I would still never want to go to cartel country. I wouldn't trust it. Even if I was positive they don't want to hurt me, I'd be scared. Because, like, this guy might be nice to me right now, but he's also literally probably peeled the skin off of a man's face while he's alive before. And that's not some guy I want to be talking to while he has a gun. Are you watching it right now?
He's like, I'm going to pass out. And he's like, no, please don't.
Yeah.
That'll solve it. He's like, oh, okay, I won't pass out anymore.
He ends up not passing out. But yeah. Isn't that nuts, dude?
Cancun. Oh my God, they're like, these drug cartels are like consoling the guy. He's like rubbing his shoulder. Yeah. He's like, it's okay. Like, hey,
it's fun. Yeah, he's like, relax, dude. I'm not going to hurt you. It's fun.
Why did they pull him over then, though?
That's what was their goal too. I don't know. It could be like it could be the cartel dudes like didn't see that they were white people. So they thought it might be some fucking rival cartel or some shit. Maybe.
Or they like, it looks like they were lost. They were in like dirt roads or something, and he kept like looking at his phone and shit. So maybe,
good Samaritans.
Yeah, right there. It's like, oh no, go down that way. Yeah. Go down right there.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah,
actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking fuck nuts, dude. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to the cartel. Insane
the thing about
people.
The other thing about like being in other countries is, I feel like here you can kind of gauge when someone is acting or being shady. But like when you're in another country, like you don't understand how people act. That's the other thing. It's like this, I don't know if this guy is in a fucking drug cartel or if he's a normal dude. I just don't know, because I don't know how the people
like
act here. Whereas like if I walk into like a grocery store here, I can tell like that's a normal guy, that's a normal guy. Oh, this dude over here is like fucking looking around being all weird. He's trying to steal shit. And it's like you can spot those things when it's people that you like live with. I don't know. But in other countries, I just wouldn't know. You can't tell who's shady.
You're a lot more
not.
vulnerable in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. You hear stories all the time of people don't get fucking killed all the time being tourists, but people get ripped off all the time or like stolen from. There's this one streamer I watched, Thice. He is from, it's funny because this happened in America, but he's not American. He's from, oh my God, what is he? The Netherlands. And he came to America for like a tournament, and he was in, guess where he was? Los Angeles.
LA. Yeah, of course. And he was murdered probably.
And he was killed, and he was talking about it. No, he went up to this like lady who was selling hot dogs or whatever, and he gave the lady $10, and then she just walked away. And he was like, and he got the hot dog though, and he was like waiting for his change, and she just walked away. And he was like, I'm pretty sure a hot dog isn't $10, but he was like, oh, whatever, I'll just let it go. But like, what are you gonna do? Like, if I was in the Netherlands and someone did that to me, am I gonna chase this guy down for my change in this currency I don't exactly understand? Like, I'm pretty sure I got ripped off, or I don't know exactly. I would just get ripped off. I don't know. You know?
And then it's like you'd feel weird going to their like police or whatever, because they're not going to believe some dumb shit American. They're going to side
exactly.
with. You know, they're going to be like, oh no, you're wrong. Get fucking lost. Go back to where you came from.
Exactly. Yeah. So I know what you mean. Yeah, this is why I don't travel. Okay. Anyway, so good question. Okay. Steel switch. Have you ever punched a wall or any object out of frustration? How many times did you wish it was your co-host? Interesting question.
I never have. No, I haven't punched a wall out of frustration. I don't understand that. It's just stupid.
It's dumb.
You're gonna hurt yourself, you fucking idiot. Good job.
Yeah.
Smart guy, man.
I've never punched a wall. I have I'm a desk slammer. That's my thing. I'll hit my desk.
I can't hear him, man. I can't see him, dude. And then you slam your desk like that.
Do I do a long dude?
Yeah. When you get mad, yeah.
I thought I just said
super
fuck,
long.
And then I would slam the shit out of my desk. That's if I'm really mad. I'll do the short fuck where I wish I could say it louder, but I live with my parents, so I can't. So then it's like, it's real breathy, but it's not that loud, but I'm like, fuck. Then I just hit the shit out of my desk, you know?
Kind of like on Tarkov last time, we start pushing that building and you're staring at the window and the guy comes out the door and you're like, I can't hear him, man.
Wait, where? What map?
Reserve, that guy that came out of kitchen. No, that guy that came out of kitchen when I died off rip.
Dog shit. Yep, couldn't hear him.
I can't hear him, man.
I can't hear him, man. What do you want, dude?
Well, know where he's coming from. Have better awareness.
I guess, yeah. Is he
gonna jump through the window that has a piece of wood over it?
I thought I would hear him run through the fucking thing. I don't know. It was dog shit. That kid killed you first, though, so you're the worst player, obviously.
He had a hand cam. It's excusable.
Neither of us had any chance. Yeah, that's the reality.
He had a hand cam, and his whole Twitch was in Chinese. So let's just say that he's better than us. I know that.
Significant at every video game.
He had an arm sleeve too. He was wearing an arm sleeve playing Tarkov.
Oh God, yeah, he was better than us at every game.
He had that one. He had that Chad mouse pad they all use. What's it called?
Oh, the Artisan high-end.
Artisan. He had the Artisan mouse pad. He had a wireless mouse and an arm sleeve and a hand cam playing Tarkov. I'm like, really? He'll play Valorant.
You don't see the aim elitism that much on Tarkov. Like, I've never seen it, in fact.
Yeah, usually those kids are like 18 and they're not going to like Tarkov.
Yeah, the TTK
you need to be able to aim,
fast.
really. You need to be able to aim.
Do you?
I mean, to hit fire, yeah. How often do you get hit fire kills? Never.
If
How
I
often
get a
does wait, I'm cheating, get a hip fire spray down kill
firing.
from 80 meters?
There's a reason I want to hip fire in COD. It's because you don't have to aim as much. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, no.
G-League champion check?
Stop. I'll edit that out. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't hit shit out of frustration. I never got into that. I feel like that's a learned behavior. It doesn't make you feel better. And if you break something, you're just going to be even more mad. And it wasn't worth it. It's stupid. I always thought that was dumb. I always thought that shit was dumb. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, wait literally one Mississippi, and then you won't be so mad that you feel like you have to hit something. Like, just fucking clamp down on it for literally 1 second, and then you won't feel the need to hit anything anymore. And then you won't have a broken monitor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just to have better control of yourself, you fucking weirdos. Anyways, next. This is a great question, and we're going to be showing our age here, as is Steel Switch, who's super old, by the way. So it's no wonder he's aware of what this is. Asks, have you ever watched Two Girls, One Cup?
Unfortunately, I've seen parts of it, yes.
Yeah. We were, what, freshmen? Yeah, I was in high school when I saw it.
Could have even been middle school, really.
I remember the first time I saw it, so I was a freshman.
I don't. I just remember seeing parts of it, and I was scarred. Yeah, because it was one of those things where, like, at the time, since it was new, someone was like, "Oh, have you watched this?" And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And then you would look it up. You'd be like, "Okay, what is this video?" And then you started watching it, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
I saw it in a group
in high school. I had like my little friend group. Yeah, a bunch of white kids. No, there were some non-whites in there. There was actually, yeah, there was one guy who was Sri Lankan, and then another guy who has vitiligo. Call him Spots. Shout out to Danny Flores, great wrestler, championship wrestler, really talented kid. Love Danny, so funny. He was half Mexican. Everyone else was white. But we went to one of the white kids' house all the time because he was in walking distance of our high school, and he was like the kick it spot. And we went to high school. we went to school one day, and people were like, "Dude, everyone was talking about Two Girls, One Cup at our school all of a sudden." So we were like, "No, we haven't seen it. Whatever." So we all went to Kevin's house. Shout out to Kevin. And we all watched it together, and we were just mortified. And it was the thing where it's like, if I was by myself, I'm never watching the whole video. But since we were all in a group together, watch the whole video. We all watched the whole video. Because when you're in a group of fucking 14-year-old boys, you're not gonna like stop the video. We're gonna let it roll, and we're gonna keep watching if it's on.
Jesus Christ!
Hey, if it's on, I'll watch it. So yeah, unfortunately, I had the displeasure of seeing the whole thing. And then there was a very spirited 14-year-old debate about whether it was real or not, whether the items were real.
The items, yeah.
And I think no. I think the items were not real.
Didn't it show them doing it?
There were items coming out of places, but I don't think those items are what they were trying to say those items were. I don't think it was poop. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was poop, though. That was my argument at the time. I haven't seen that video in 15 years, but...
Yeah,
But
interesting.
It didn't look real. You know?
Yeah. I don't remember that clearly. I just remember it was the most disgusting thing ever, yeah.
So you watched it by yourself. You queued that sucker up by yourself.
No, I must have seen it with someone else. I can't think of it, though. I really can't. Definitely wasn't by myself. No, I would have never looked that up and watched that on my own.
I think what happened was, like, in high school, people were talking about it when we went to school that day, and then they were already arguing at school if it was real or not. And so then they described what the video is to us, and then they would say, "Oh, it's fake," or "Oh, it's real." So then we were like, "Well, we have to watch it to see if it was real or not." And then we did. And then that's when the debate ensued. The spirited debate ensued.
Man, it was probably Joey. Joey was the bad influence. It was probably
Joey
him.
would be the guy to queue up Two Girls, One Cup on the top for sure.
Do you remember like the first time you ever experienced porn when you were a child?
I have a first time I remember. It was like, I think I was like, dude, I was young. I had my friend, oh God, what was his name? I don't even remember his name, but I had like some best friend in elementary school. I must have been in like 4th or 5th grade. And we looked up, and like he would always come over and I would always go to his house and we would like hang out, whatever. And then one day, I think it was at his house, because I don't think I didn't have my own computer at the time. We looked up like naked WWF girls or something.
Yeah, it was always something dumb, right?
Some dumb shit like that, yeah. And that, I'm almost positive that was the first time I ever did anything like that. But we were young, dude. Yeah.
I remember mine. Yeah, we were in middle school. It was a sleepover at Joey's house. It was me, Joey.
God
this guy. No, it wasn't Joey though. This guy named Gary. And then probably Ben or Gabe or both of them. I don't remember.
Gabe.
But I just remember this one dude, Gary. He was looking up shit on his. What was it at the time? It wouldn't have been a phone. Maybe it was a phone.
What grade again?
When we were in middle school, so we were like 8th grade.
It could have been the Razor.
I think it was the phone, and I remember him. I don't know how I have this memory still. He was looking up one word. Or 2 words. I think he was looking up one word. Cum shots.
What?
That's the word he was Googling.
What?
That's all I remember. And I didn't know what that was.
Google search, dude.
And I didn't know what it was at the time. I was like, what is this guy looking at? I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good one to look up. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He was a real piece of shit. He's normal now, I think.
That's a weird Google
but
search as a middle schooler. Yeah.
Then, you know how at the time you're on your parents' phone plan and they could like look up what websites you're on and you would get charged for data and all this. Something happened. I don't remember what it was, but his phone bill was insane. It was like $100, $200, and his parents
too much.
And his parents were all pissed. Something happened, or he like purchased something. I don't know what it was.
He was just too much data. Yeah.
The guy was a fucking idiot. And then he tried to like blame Joey. I wish I remember how the story worked, but then like his parents talked to Joey's parents and they're like, oh, like Gary's saying this, like Joey did this. And Joey's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And it was
hilarious.
Like this whole thing. And there was kind of like a fallout type thing. And then
parents wouldn't even care anyway.
Well, no, his mom definitely would. Joey. His mom's would, but his dad would be like, he wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
funny,
why I remember
dude.
Cum shots. Interesting, huh?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Fucking
that was not his
8th grader.
first search.
Oh, he had been searching for a while.
Yeah, you don't start there. You never open with cum shots. That's wild, yeah. That's wild. Yeah.
Fucking weird guy, man.
Anyway.
Garys are usually weird people.
I don't even know a Gary.
You don't want to. I've never met a good Gary.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They're weird or dog shit. People named Gary, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck Gary.
Someone our age named Gary. I don't know a single person. That would be like my great uncle's name, Gary. That's not a
I went to school with 2 Garys.
Man's name.
One dog shit, one weird.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, parents fucked him up in more ways than one, huh? All right, next.
Bandit?
Yeah, Bandit, victim of the helicopter incident. Troll despair. Troll
what
despair.
was that sound? Did you burp? Was that a burp?
No, it was just vapor,
Did a burp, Red Stiletto?
Caught my throat.
Red Stiletto, let us know what that sound was.
What is Red Stiletto?
A girl on TikTok, whatever her name was. Stiletto Queen was her name.
What did she do?
The one who mentioned your fart.
Oh, that dumb bitch. Oh my god, yeah.
Whose boyfriend listens to the pod, apparently.
Yeah, shout out to Red Stiletto, whoever the fuck's boyfriend. You need to get out of that relationship, by the way, buddy. And by the way, you dumb bitch, if and when I farted on whatever episode you're thinking of, I admitted it and I laughed about it.
It was a Patreon episode.
I would never fart and be like, oh, was it me? I've never done that on the podcast. I've done it in real life sometimes, but not on the podcast, no. I'll fart directly into my mic and laugh at you, listener, including you stupid bitch. So, suck my cock and balls. Anyways, yeah, I
Was it really Nicole?
Yeah, anyway.
So you said the word Nicole and then farted. Nice.
Oh, well, anyway.
That's funny. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. Shout out to that. Okay. Bandit asks, now that we have played on a map with lots of buildings, our first Call of Duty question, and a map with very few, do you believe buildings increase or decrease the skill gap? Interesting.
Oh, man. It just depends. You can't really answer that because for a lot of like shitters, they would just
like a different skill gap now.
They would sit in the windows and just like camp it, and that's not skillful whatsoever, and that's not increasing any sort of skill gap. They're just sitting in there mounted up on a window or looking out a window. But then there's people that were insane at movement and, you know, bust in through a door, break a window, jump through another window, go outside, jump on something else, jump into the second story window. And that is a skill gap because almost all average players don't know or think to do any of that. And that is a huge skill gap. And you can actually do more of that on Caldera, really. There's less buildings, but you can do more of that since you can mantle so much higher now. You can jump onto second floors all the time from staircases, trucks, all sorts of things that you didn't used to be able to do on Verdansk. So there's definitely a skill gap in that by itself. But all in all, I don't know. I don't think you can really just say if it straight up increases the skill gap or not. It is its own skill gap thing, though, yes. Being good at like maneuvering, movement in general is, I mean, it's like the biggest skill gap. Call of Duty has, because aiming doesn't do anything or matter, and the guns have zero recoil. So movement is one of the few skill gaps this game has, and knowing how to move, when to move, how to push things, how to hold things, is like the strongest thing you can do in this game, really.
Yeah.
But I think he's basically trying to get at, like, did Verdansk require more skill or Caldera? And I don't know. I can't really answer that.
Yeah, my answer is just neither. I don't think buildings increase or decrease the skill gap overall. First of all, it's impossible to compare Caldera to Verdansk because so much else has changed. Balloons, mantle height, parachute height, shit like that. Guns, obviously. But it's like Verdansk required a different skill, but there was still like equally a skill gap. And like Caldera maybe requires more. I was gonna say maybe it requires better like BR skill, like how to rotate and shit. But I don't know about that because it's so much easier to move. It's simultaneously harder and easier to rotate now on Caldera because the map's harder to rotate on, but there are also balloons now. So, and fast travel too. So even that
fast travel,
I don't know. So it's like, I don't know, but I don't think buildings increase or decrease the skill gap. I think playing in a building and winning a gunfight requires a different type of skill than playing and winning a 50-meter gunfight where you're both on a rock or a tree. I think those both, you can gap people almost equally on both. It's just different skills. This is obviously ignoring the aim assist conversation. If we took that out of the equation, I would say that you can gap people equally in either scenario. It's just different skills. Someone can be better at really close range gunfights and like playing in buildings and being able to move and finesse really well. And then at the 50-meter rock scenario, that's like who's going to aim for head, who's going to land more headshots, who's going to hit more shots, who's going to know when to re-peek or when to not re-peek, who's going to know when to like replate or re-chow or actually push once you get the break. These are all skills, and the gap, you can gap people, I would say, pretty much equally. They're just different skills that you're using to gap them with. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think neither. That would be my answer. So, there you go. Next, let's see here. Oh, this is a kind of an interesting question. Like, this guy works for Netflix, by the way. The Brown Note. How would you feel about a seasonal campaign if they released the campaign in episodes throughout the year with every season/mid-season update? It would give another thing to look forward to every season and could give the campaign a more immersive experience. So like season 1, you could play campaign missions like 1, 2, and 3. Season 2, 4, 5, and 6. It's kind of an interesting idea, actually. It's a cute, novel idea, I think. What are your thoughts, Tanner?
I don't know. In a game like COD, where campaign is like a secondary thing to the multiplayer, I don't think it would work. I mean, after I finish the first season's campaign, I'm never going to want to go back and play it again.
Correct.
You aren't going to think and go back like, ooh, season 1 campaign's launching. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this, it could work in a game where, it would have to be such a different type of game, because Tanner's right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play 3 campaign missions and then ever go back and play more when season 2 comes out. It's never happening. If I'm playing the campaign, I'm playing all of the content there is, and then when I'm done with it, I'm done forever. And if there's only 3 missions, then that's all I'll ever do. Smile. But it wouldn't work in COD. It's a cool idea, though. But no, I don't think there's a reason to do it.
Nah. Wouldn't work in this game.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work for COD. I like the idea, though. There's something there.
I mean, Sledgehammer may be trying to make it work with all their backstories and everything, you know?
That's kind of how
like
Zombies works right now.
Arthur, you know, like 2 of the two of the gay operators like hook up in like West Africa in the war and fuck each other in the ass or something. That's like season 2.
And if you do the secret side quest, you get a cutscene of them making passionate love under a trans rights flag. Yeah.
And in like season 3, one of them dies, and then they have to look for another gay operator or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's at least 2 gay operators in Vanguard. I think there's more, but there's for sure 2.
There are probably more, knowing Activision.
Probably all of them are, actually.
Yeah. No one's just a straight cis het white male. There's no shot. Activision knows better.
Well, fuck straight white males, anyways.
Straight white people, yeah, of course. Yeah, nothing wrong with being gay, but don't make when like 10% of the population is gay, don't make 100% of your fucking operators gay. It just doesn't make sense. Like, okay, have some gay dudes firing guns in World War II. That's fine, but don't make all of them gay, man. You can't do that. You're obviously pandering, and you got to stop.
I don't know. Ted likes the realistic thing, and he wouldn't be liking that if that was the case. Ted brought in realism, so if you start getting into realism, you got to take everything into effect. Timmy Timmons brought realism into Warzone.
Yeah, if you want to be realistic, here's how the gay operator backstory would go. Butcher McCree was a gay operator in World War II. He was, of course, in the closet, and if anyone ever found out his deepest, darkest secret, he would be summarily executed by the state inside of a week. That would be a realistic backstory if we want to be realistic about how precision airstrikes work, Ted. But okay, whatever. Let's just pick and choose when we want to be realistic.
Just get away from in the window, IRL, forehead.
Yeah. And by the way, realism. Hey, if I'm in a building and there's a fucking carpet bomb, guess what happens? The building is on fire and blown up. So why are we talking about realism in a building? It's obviously a video game. This obviously isn't realistic. Don't pick and choose your realism just because you're too fucking lazy to patch a precision airstrike to make it not kill you while you're inside of a building. Just admit it. Just say that. Or just don't reply to me. But don't say, oh, we're going to let you die because realism. Just suck my cock and balls. It's so stupid.
You can't be a dev and bring in realism when the whole game isn't catering to anything realistic.
Exactly.
Just stop.
Exactly. Yeah, be a realistic game or
Stop
not.
tweeting, Ted. I take back what I said about I like you talking. I don't. If you're going to bring realism into it, stop.
Take away his account. Yeah. Take his account. Yeah, for sure. So, anyway. What do we got next, Tanner?
Have you unlocked Atomic Camo? No, we have not, and we will not. Only slightly bad as a video game. Still dog shit? Yes. It's getting less dog shit, though, I will say. It's still just stale because it's Warzone, but it really is... on its face, the best Warzone has ever been, actually. It's just stale and boring, because it just still feels like the same thing, but there is a lot of new shit, actually. Caldera is by far the best it's ever been.
Yeah, I agree. I think Caldera is in a way better state than it's ever been, but it's still stale. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything they could do to Warzone to make it not stale for me at this point. I need a new game.
Yeah, agreed.
It's that simple. So,
let's see... Urban asks, do you have any tips on how to die less before free loadout? Sad crying face.
Ooh, good question. Unironically, a good question.
Don't
go for that loadout. That's my tip. You're dying before free loadout because you're trying to get it.
The free loadouts haven't been as hot lately. I think dropping it to 120 players solved a lot of that.
I think
actually.
You're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I haven't noticed that being an issue lately.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, if you really don't want to die before your free loadout, land way out of the zone, do a contract, get a little bit of cash, and buy your own loadout, and don't use the first free one until you're rotating into the zone. And then when you're rotating in, grab that free loadout because it's probably alone and everyone else already grabbed theirs. That's the best tip I can give. But other than that, I don't.
I agree. Yeah. And we talked about this recently. I made a TikTok about it, which might be on the talk. Land far out of the zone and away from the flight path, you will not die before free loadout. Guaranteed. So that would be the tip.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, this is a great question from Steel Switch. Steel Switch just brings them, dude. I don't know where the fuck he thinks.
Let's lock the channel. Yeah, to only have Steel Switch questions because
Steel Switch
everyone
should
else
be
is
the only
fucking
one allowed
stupid.
to post here. Yeah, I agree. This just a great. I actually don't know how he thinks of so many good questions, but this is a great question. Can you describe the last time you got pulled over by the police? Great question. Excellent question, Tanner.
I've been pulled over one
before,
time.
right?
I've been pulled over one time. It was over by your house, actually.
Really?
I was in high school going home from fucking tennis practice, young white male, driving my car with another young white male in the front seat, windows down. It's on that street by you where you, off like the main street by you before you turn into your area and then turn onto your street, that street. It was on that
Via Verde?
further down by the golf course.
Okay, yeah.
And I was making, so I was coming from the other direction, but I was coming way at the other side, like towards Gabe's house, like that side of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Got it.
I was coming towards your house. I got to a stop sign by the golf course. I stopped, and believe me, I've always been a good driver, and I've always been like this. I stopped thoroughly, and I use my blinker. I just always have been. I've never been a shitty driver. I'm sorry. Sue me.
You know there used to not be stop signs on that street, by the way? And then someone got hit by a car, so they put in stop signs. Everyone was mad.
People must have gone 120 down that street. Yeah.
Dude, without stop signs, it was nice. We would fucking mob down that street. Because there's no one ever on the street. You don't need stop signs on it. It's dumb. Anyway.
It's too big of a street for how few cars are on it. It's like 4 total lanes, and it's like there's like 5 cars on this road ever. Why do I need this many lanes? There's more lanes on that road than our biggest street going down the middle of our city.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
Well, I live in a luxurious neighborhood. Luxurious.
Stop. Yeah, you guys have
size lanes.
Giant luxurious streets. Yeah. So anyways, I stopped.
It's a luxury lane.
I had my blinker on. I promise you, no doubt in my mind, I had my left blinker on. I stopped. I saw the cop way up in front of me coming down. I mean, he was 200 yards away, probably far away. I turned left like normal, fully stopped with my blinker on. I get to driving, going up the road, turn my blinker on, start turning onto another street off to the right, go to his house, and this cop flies up behind us, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, lights me up, gets on his little speaker, and he's like, pull over. I'm like, okay, dipshit, what do you think I'm gonna do? Am I gonna run from you, cocksucker? So I pull over, roll my windows down, I have my hands on my steering wheel or whatever, acting normal. Comes up and he's like,
how scared are you? How nervous are you? And how old are you?
I wasn't really that nervous because I was like, I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, you're
so
like
what is
17 or 18, right?
Yeah, 17. We were probably seniors.
Okay.
We were probably seniors.
Okay.
So yeah, and he came up to the window and I was like, hello. I was being nice to him, even though I just wanted to say a cab, bop, bop, fuck the pigs, blah, blah, So he comes up.
You almost grabbed that thing.
I grabbed that thing. I said, give me that gat. Grab that thing from him. Hold it sideways. Yeah. So he comes up. What did he say? He was like, where are you guys headed? And I was like, dropping him off at his house. He's like, where are you guys coming from? I was like, we just had tennis practice at high school. I'm on the tennis team, man. He's like, okay, well, you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, no, I really have no idea.
Light?
He's like, you didn't have a blinker on at that light back there, at that stop sign. I'm like, you dumb fucking piece of shit. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, you cocksucker. I saw you, and I always use my blinker. I had my blinker on.
What did you say to him, though?
I was like, I thought I had it on, or I'm pretty sure I had it turned on. He's like, nope, you didn't. I was like, okay, got it. Typical, cop attitude. No, you didn't. I'm not ever wrong. Fuck you, like that type of attitude.
A-cab.
Yeah, A-cab.
Joke, by the way.
It's funny. After that instance, by the way, I went home and I tested my blinkers. I'm like, maybe they don't work. Maybe the lights were going and they were working fine. Because I knew that strongly that I turned on my blinker. Yeah. Not a fucking doubt in my mind.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, okay, do you guys have anything illegal in the car? And I'm like, no. And he's trying to glance in my back seat and shit. And he's sticking his head in and looking in my back seat. I'm like, what are you doing, man? We're 2 white kids in this town with 0 crime coming home from
nice
tennis practice.
There, by the way.
What do you think I am doing?
Yeah, those are nice houses up there too.
And then he's like, all right, well, I'm going to let you go with a warning this time, but be sure to use your blinkers. I'm like, okay, I did, but all right, cocksucker. And he let me go.
He didn't give you a ticket?
No, he didn't give me a ticket, but he was a fucking dick the whole time.
Okay, I was originally thinking, oh, he must have just been lying just because he needs to meet his quota. But why?
I think he wanted to pull me over.
But why would he lie about a turn signal and then not give you a ticket?
Because I had like a teenager looking car lowered with black wheels, and my front windows were down, but my back windows
just beat
probably
the shit out of you. Yeah, these white pigs.
He was a Mexican cop, actually, or Hispanic or something. But my back windows were up, and those are tinted, so he probably thought like, oh, it's some like shady, shitty car in this nice neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just a real prick the whole time. Like, I had my blinker on, so I think he just lied because, you know, they have to give you like some reason to pull you over. They can't just pull you over and say, "Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to see what you guys are doing here."
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. Real That's piece funny. Of shit, though.
Yeah. It's funny you say tint because last time I got pulled over, I was working at Starbucks. I was coming home on the 10 freeway. I got off on my street, Via Verde, whatever. And there's this motorcycle cop who's fucking throws those lights on, and then he's like, "Pull over here." He was kind of cool though. He was cool about it. He wasn't like, "Pull over." He was like, "Yeah, right here." And then I signaled, and he's like, "Yep, right here." I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, that was kind of nice. Like, not whatever. Anyway, I pull over, and then I roll my windows down, and he like walks up. He's like, "Hey, where are you coming from?" No, that's not what he said. Because I just got off work at Starbucks. I had my apron in the passenger seat, and I reeked of coffee. If you've ever worked at Starbucks, to those of you listening, you will just reek of coffee. Starbucks
smells so good inside. Coffee. It just like smells like straight coffee beans. I love it.
Yeah, dude. So I just reeked of like coffee and like fucking caramel sweetener. So, and I had my apron right there, and probably a drink too, because you get like a free one or two every shift if you work 8 hours. And then he like looks in, he's like, "Oh, coming from Starbucks, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just got off work." He's like, "Oh, okay. You have any idea why I pulled you over?" And I was like, "No, I don't," because I wasn't. Here's the thing about so this is an interesting little factoid about the great state of California that many of you guys might not know about. I don't know if traffic laws are this way anywhere else, because I always found it weird. But technically, on the freeway, which is where I just was, the speed limit is 65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Tanner can vouch for me. I am not exaggerating when I tell you literally every single person is going faster than 65.
Oh, not even big rigs go 65. They go like 68, 67, yeah.
So the speed limit isn't like real on the freeway. The speed limit
they need to actually change it. They really do.
It's super weird. Like even cops don't care. So it's weird too, because if you're not on the freeway, if you're going a mile an hour over the speed limit, you'll get pulled over and you'll get a ticket for it. But on the freeway, for some reason, the speed limit becomes a speed suggestion in California. Not a single person ever is actually going 65. And if you are, you'll probably get pulled over because they'll think you're drunk or high. And I'm literally not joking. You stick out like a sore thumb if you're going the speed limit on the freeway, 65.
I drive 80 on the freeway, and that's the speed of traffic everywhere.
80 is the like real speed limit on the freeway. So anyways, I was driving home on the freeway. I was, of course, going faster than 65 because everyone was. I was probably doing 75, but I wasn't going fast. I've gotten a ticket on that freeway before. I was going 110. So when I got pulled over that time when I was a kid, he goes, "You know why I pulled you over?" I said, "Yeah, dude. I was going 110. Of course I know why you pulled me over." But this time I wasn't. I was going like a reasonable speed. I'm older now at this time. So then I'm like, "No, I don't know why you pulled me over." But I'm thinking in the back of my head, he could technically give me a speeding ticket, I guess. I was going over 65. And he's like, "Yeah, your windows are super tinted." And I have on my windows the darkest tint, like limo tint, like the darkest tint. My mom, by the way, told me after this, she's like, "Oh, next time that happens, you should tell them that you got skin cancer once, so you tint your windows so that you like don't get skin cancer or whatever." I was like, "Hey, Mom, what the fuck are you talking about? Do you think that story would work?" Anyways, so I thought
that is a real thing, but you have to get an actual doctor's note. I was told that one time because I've gotten a lot of stuff taken off, and that was brought up, and they can literally, you can have because tint, isn't that funny that tint on like most windows in California is illegal, but like tint shops exist. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you can technically tint any window in California, but it's normal. Everyone
I think you're
does.
right.
It's like the speed limit thing.
You can do like the first shade, and then anything else is illegal. Yeah.
But yes, that is an actual real thing. You can get a doctor's note, and you are supposed to carry it with you. And if you get pulled over, you're supposed to say like, "Oh, like I have a doctor's note. Like I need dark tint." They're like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
and I guess that is a real legal thing that you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my mom had heard that. Maybe she said that, and I just wasn't.
I mean,
listening.
You can't just if you just tell a cop that, they're going to be like, "Go fuck yourself," yeah,
or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, he goes like, "Yeah, your tint is like way too dark," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Okay," I wasn't. She hadn't told me this tip prior to this, and I wouldn't have used it anyway because it won't work. The cop would actually just give me a ticket just to spite me at that point for trying to fucking lie to him. Lying to cops is so dumb. They hear all the lies. If you lie to them, they're gonna know. So don't lie to.
Know you're dumb.
Don't lie to the fucking police. You should be like honest, and unless you have a body in your trunk, then you should probably lie. But besides that, don't lie because they're gonna know anyway. So, anyways, he's like, okay, license and registration, whatever. He's being kind of cool though. So he runs back. Runs my plates. He says, "Oh, white kid who's never even, I don't know, done anything illegal ever, or gotten convicted anyway." So then he comes back and he's like, "All right, here's your license, here's your registration." He's like, "You should probably like you should probably take that tint off," or he says some shit like that. And he's like, "All right, man, have a good one." And he just let me go. It's like, all right, cool.
Wait, so this was on the freeway? You said
no. He turned his lights on the freeway. But I was like a mile from my exit. So he was like, exit here. And
okay,
then
but it was on
here.
the freeway. So it was CHP, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
CHP are the ones you always hear, which is funny, that are dicks about tint. Usually, I think most cops don't care, but CHP is like seems to be the pickiest with that. That's what I've always heard.
Interesting. I didn't know. I've never heard that. I believe it, though.
Yeah.
But he was cool. He was really cool.
They usually get a bad rep, even from other cops. Bad rap.
I swear to God, I think I got out of that ticket because that guy is addicted to Starbucks. He asked me, I don't remember any of them, but he asked me like 5 questions about Starbucks. Like just random shit. And then
make any coffee today?
I do remember he asked me which one I work at. He's like, which Starbucks do you work at? I was like, oh, the drive-through one right over there. And he was like, oh, okay. Like familiar with it or whatever. And I swear to God, I think that's why he let me off.
That's funny.
Because he's a fucking caffeine addict. Yeah.
An absolute addict.
Yeah. But yeah, I got off. I didn't get off for my speeding ticket though.
A cop got you off is what you're saying.
I actually got lectured by the cop when I got my speeding ticket. He was like mad at me. He was talking to me like he was my father who was disappointed.
Really?
Because it was raining and I had picked up dinner for the family. And I was in my mom's fucking IS-250, her Lexus. And I was letting that fucker sing, dude.
You're barking.
It was that 6-cylinder, which is fine. IS-250 is not a bad car, especially 10 years ago.
They were fast at the time. Now they're the opposite. Yeah, or
especially
the
compared
old ones
to my
would be.
1996 Pontiac Grand Am that I owned at the time. So I was blasting Master of Puppets by Metallica, and I had the food in the car. I was starving. And I got on the freeway. It was raining. It was winter. And I was fucking singing down the freeway, dude, because I just wanted to get home and eat. I was probably going closer to 120, but he didn't clock me at that. He said, he's like, he goes, yeah, you know I pulled you over? I was like, yeah, dude. And I was like, I don't know what I said. But he's like, yeah.
Like I was speeding.
I was like, I was going insanely fast. He's like, and then he was like, dude, it's raining out here. If you blow a tire... If you turn wrong, especially in this rain, you're dead going over 100 miles an hour on the freeway. This is really dumb. You can't do shit like this. Anyway, here's your ticket. Like, you need to relax. And he was all mad. Like, he was mad at me for my safety. I was like, that's interesting.
They just act that way. He just wants to write you a ticket. He doesn't give a shit about your safety.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but he was real upset. But anyway, I did get out of my last one, though.
Got off by numerous cops.
I'd like to get a cop off. That hasn't worked on me yet. Officer, are you sure you want to give me that speeding ticket, or can I just come checkpoint you right now?
Okay, next question.
Let's move on. And I'll edit that out. Great question, Steel Switch. Great question. Tanner, you want to do... What do you want to do next? You have any ideas? Yeah, it's you, bitch. Pick one.
Cap God, I'm just going to answer this first part real quick.
Cap God.
Favorite gold / Damascus / gold diamond master camo of all time. BO4 had the best camos of any COD ever. The Dark Matter and
fucked.
the Dark Matter and Diamond were both insane. Amazing camos. Either of those camos are better than anything from the last 3 CODs. So BO4 had crazy fun ones. How you would get 5 kills and it would change, or whatever it was, 10 kills, then it changed
Every
like a 15 and 20.
Every 5.
Every 5.
Up to 30.
Such a good idea.
Yeah, it was
such
cool.
a basic thing, it seems, and they just haven't done that since.
And like spikes would come out of it. Yeah, Dark Matter was a very
Dark
cool
Matter
camo.
looks so dope. And then once you got like 30 kills, it turned like purple or red, whatever it was from default. Yeah, purple. And then it had the spikes. Oh, it looked so clean, man.
Do you remember you couldn't use Dark Matter on the Cordite because with the iron sights, the spikes would obstruct your vision? You remember that?
Was it the Cordite? I thought it was the Switchblade, because I was a Switchblade demon.
It could have been both, because both of them had like the iron sights were like right on the fucking gun.
Yeah.
You know?
Just goes to show Treyarch dev ever got Dark Matter and then also got 30 kills in a match with it. They would have had that patch before the game came out.
Correct, yeah.
But yeah, Black Ops 4 had all the camos in the Black Ops 4 shop too. I bought so many camos in that game because they would work on numerous guns.
Their master
and they were
crafts
reactive.
Were cool.
They were so good, dude, man.
There was a KN57 Mastercraft, and it was a reactive camo. And it was like this samurai with like the moon in the background, and it was reactive. And the way to get to the next level was to get 3 objective kills. It would go to the next level. Every 3 objective kills, you would get a new like version on that reactive camo for that match, like Dark Matter.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Where did that go?
Yeah, it's crazy we go from that, getting those type of camos, to then getting the game Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Correct.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Shout out to Treyarch.
Yeah.
Instead of making cool camos, they were making dog shit decisions.
They made
about
nothing.
their
Yeah,
game.
I was gonna say, there's nothing good. There's nothing good about Cold War.
They thought.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they actually have time to make their next game, and their next game was going to be a banger because they need to, because Cold War was a fucking joke.
Yeah, it was. So anyway, yeah, I agree. I guess Black Ops 4. I think every single diamond camo that's ever been made looks awful. By the way, just as an aside, diamond camo in any COD game ever looks gaudy and horrific and ugly and disgusting. I hate diamond. Use gold. That can look good depending on the game, and the mastery camos can look good. Diamond camos look absurd. They look like rhinestones, and you look like a 9th grade girl with her fucking My Hello Kitty backpack and notebook with rhinestones in it. Stop. It's
and
so
Vanguard
gross.
is a perfect example of that. Vanguard has great looking gold camo, looks great in Warzone too, and then Diamond is just yikes, terrible. It's fucking horrendous.
Yeah. That's why I liked one of the rare things I like that MW 2019. They used platinum instead of diamond. Much
Platinum
better
was
decision.
also horrendous.
Platinum just doesn't look as good.
Platinum was actually
it just doesn't
it
look
was
as
bad as
gold.
Diamond. Yeah.
It just doesn't
You
look
just
as good as
can't you
gold.
can't there's nothing you can make that's gonna look better than gold besides the absolute mastery camo.
Exactly. I agree.
It just doesn't exist. They should have, way back in the day when they started making these master camos, gold should have actually been like the second tier. Yeah.
Gold
there should have been something
silver,
shitty, and then gold should have been the
diamond
next, the
should have
second
been
one.
gold. Yeah, that would have been better. I agree.
Yeah.
Because platinum just looks like it's silver or like gray, and it's like, this doesn't look better than gold. This looks worse.
It looks like Platinum's coming back in MW too, because that one trailer with Tim the Tapman in it, that little video, that sniper rifle he's holding is like platinum chrome.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So I think that was kind of like a little hint at that.
Yeah, there you go.
No diamond.
Anyway, yeah, good. Fuck diamonds. Fuck rhinestone They're rhinestone camos. They're not diamond camos. If you wanted to make diamond camo look good, they need to put like 5 diamonds on a gun max. Then it would look fucking cool. Like if it was a gold gun and like every screw on the gun is instead like diamond studded, then it could look good. But like in Black Ops 4, there were on every single gun literally like 30 diamonds, and they were like purple, so that was absurd also. But even when they weren't purple and they were diamond colored, they looked like rhinestones. There were too many. You gotta like spread them out and put a few so that they actually appear to be diamonds. Then it could look good. I think it could be done well.
I would like for them, if anything, to do like M-Dub's base is gold, and the second one, for if you get like all ARs done, is like obsidian, like it was from M-Dub 2019. That would be cool too. Yeah. That would be cool, because that would actually be worth, if you want to grind for like one specific category, like ARs, and to get obsidian, that would be worth it. But to like grind for a category just to unlock diamond or chrome or platinum is just like,
I agree.
Cool. I'm literally just going to put gold on instead.
You know what else would be a fucking cool camo instead of diamond? Matte black. Like fucking dark black.
Yeah.
That would look dope.
It would look good on very sunny maps, but if M-Dub adds a bunch of overcast dog shit maps and whatnot, it wouldn't look good.
Yeah.
You could probably say that for most camos, though.
Yeah, you probably could, actually. Yeah. I don't know.
I want something like red.
Red, huh?
Like a cool red camo.
Red tigre? Like your ear cups? You fucking idiot.
Could do that.
Next!
Certainly fucking could.
Cox asks, can you guys notice when people are playing Warzone and are mainly thinking about their KD while they're playing? And do either of you do this? I've never done this and don't really understand the mindset. It's an interesting question.
Everyone I play with, that's all they care about is their own KD. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, when I watch Jake let some guy self-res because he didn't get the down, and then he kills him afterward, I can tell Jake's playing for his KD. Yes, to answer your question. Fuck
yeah. I mean, if it's in like a tournament setting, then sure. But yeah, to do that in pubs.
Jake only
grow up, Jake. Oh, fucking Bandit was bitching about that earlier, actually. He was down at the end of the game. No. Bandit was down at the end of the game.
Jake is not a good person.
And we were looking for the last guy alive, and Bandit was like about to be in the gas. I didn't have a gas mask, so I'm like, I'm not gonna go revive you. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die anyways. So then he's like, kill the last guy before I die. Kill the guy. And then of course we didn't. So then he ended up dying. So he was, bitching because that lowers his KD because he died. So yeah, everyone does that, and they're a bunch of fucking idiots. And let me just remind you, no one cares about your KD but you, usually. So it doesn't matter. Get over it. Fuck
Unless
you.
You're partnered on Twitch or YouTube, no one gives a fuck about your KD, yeah.
Yeah, or making a bunch of money in the scene or something, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so can I notice when people are playing Warzone and mainly think about their KD? No. Not really. I can watch someone and notice that they aren't trying to win and they're just trying to get a bunch of kills. I can definitely notice when someone's playing that way. That maybe you could say is someone who is playing and thinking about their KD. Maybe. You could argue that. So in that case, yes. But like trying really hard not to die, even if it means they can't win, like playing too safe because they care a bunch about their KD, I don't think I'd be able to notice that, no. And do either of you do this? No, I don't. Here's the thing, Ox. I've said it many times before and I'll say it again. I am 30. No matter how hard I want to try to boost my KD, it's never going to be that good anyway. So I don't care. I care about my KD, but I don't play to maximize it. Because it's not going to be good anyway. I could try my absolute hardest to have the best possible KD I could ever have, and it would be fine. It would be like 2.05 or something. Like if I'm just like giga sweating, buying Adderall off of the street, sleeping every single day for 9.5 hours, and getting like a clean diet so that my fucking taking nootropics. I could do all of these things and I'd maybe have like a 2.05 KD. Yeah. So why would I do that? I'm not doing that. I'm 30 years old. If I could have a 7.0 KD, then I would try and play for my KD, but I'll never be that good. Can't. Too old and too shit. Even if I was 20 years old, I couldn't do that. I don't have the skills for it. I just don't. So, no, I don't play for my KD in general. Now,
I'll care about it more when MW comes out in Warzone. If that,
I will care.
It will wipe everything Warzone 2 and it'll start over. Then I'll care for a little bit, but then I won't anymore after a few months.
You're on controller lag. Yeah, I agree. 100%. 100%. I will care when MW2 comes out. Because then, I mean, your first 100 games of Warzone 2 are going to, like, matter a lot for your KD. And also, it's more important for Tanner and I to care about our KD than you listening. Because literally no one cares about your KD. But if Tanner and I had a 0.7 KD, I mean, who could listen to this podcast and take any of our opinions seriously? We have to have at least a decent KD. Like, we have to
be at least a slightly above average.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So our KD does, like, somewhat matter for that reason. But yeah, I don't really do that. No. I understand the mindset though, of course, because you want to flex on your friends and the mindset is this: I have nothing else going on in my life. I don't care about anything else. I have no passions and I have no self-esteem. And all of my self-worth is tied to a number in a video game represented by my kill to death ratio in Warzone. And if all of your self-worth is tied up in your Warzone KD, then of course you're going to care a ton about your Warzone KD. But to those people, I would say, grow up and get hobbies and read a book or something.
You don't read books anymore.
That's true. Yeah. But those people should.
I kind of stopped. I cared about my KD a lot in MW 2019, like multiplayer and shit. I would always check my KD, and then towards the end of MW 2019, Warzone had been out for a while, then I still care, but it was like, I feel like once it hit Cold War, I just stopped caring. I think it was because I hated Cold War so much, so I didn't care about, like, my KD and multiplayer, and then I just, like, stopped caring about all of it. I don't know. Because it's like, I could play 10 hours a day and get better and have a higher KD, but it's like, what? It's not going to gain me anything. It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
It's not going to make any difference on anything. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's either going to make you feel better about yourself when the number goes up, or you can win more dick measuring contests on the internet when you compare your KD to some fucking dumb fuck on Reddit that you're arguing with.
That has a 0.5, yeah, and then you're arguing with him, yeah.
And in either case, you need to stop. So yeah, no, I don't. I get the mindset though, because I have been that way about other games where I care way too much about my fucking rating in 4s in like some MMO I'm playing. And why did I care so much about my 4s rating? Because I was a fucking loser. Duh. I had nothing else going on in my life. I had no other thing to hold on to for like self-worth or self-esteem. So I cared a fuck ton about my rating because that was all I did. And that is what like my whole thing was. So everything was tied up in my performance in a video game. But now I'm 30. I grew up and there are other things that are more important. I realize that now. So I don't care anymore. So yeah, I get the mindset though. I understand the mindset.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, like back in MW 2019, that was part of the reason I ran Kill Chain a lot, because I wanted to boost my KD. And it was like,
yep.
You look back and it was like, why? No one ever looked at my KD besides the 10 people on my friends list. Why did I care?
If that. You know? Yeah.
But it's just because these games like have nothing to grind for in that sense.
Part of it was like a carryover from BO4 too. Because in BO4, you would look at everyone's stats because the community was so small. So then your KD like actually kind of mattered more. You know?
Yeah.
But then in
calling
MW19, that stopped being the case, you know?
I mean, if we have ranked mode in Warzone 2, that will be different, because then I'll probably care somewhat about like my rank, and I'll want to get like a higher rank. But it's like, however, if there's like 10 ranks, I won't make it into like the top 2, maybe like the third, like the third from the highest. But it's like, I'm not going to ever hit like the top rank.
I will, because I'm going to make Jake play with me. Jake and Bandit, yeah.
I mean, actually, yeah, when you think about it, I probably could hit the top rank, because I mean, when you think about
you're 99th
how many people play COD and how
so
good, most of them are, then you could hit it. But
you could, yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Well, there won't be a ranked mode, so it doesn't matter.
It won't be good. It'll be infested with cheaters. They'll overcome the Ricochet. Teflon.
The Rico chat.
Yeah. Engine Owning's going to release a new cheat called Teflon, and Ricochet is not going to work on it. It's going to do things. Anyway. Okay. All right, Tanner, this is a question just for you. Steel Switch. What makes the perfect quesadilla?
Cheese and tortilla and hot sauce.
That's it?
Hey, what am I doing with quesadillas? I'm not making a fucking burrito.
You got to put some meat
quesadilla is a
man.
quesadilla. Yeah, you can, but if like I don't eat quesadillas. I'm not 16
You're not
anymore.
12. Yeah, I agree. I kind of agree.
I'll
with
eat
you.
any other thing that's considered Mexican food. I'm not eating a quesadilla. But, one of the old standbys at home used to be
one of the old standbys, huh?
just if there's nothing else to eat, there's cheese and tortillas in the house, and make a nice little quesadilla, like a simple, literally like a 60-second meal. You can do it in the microwave even, and it still slaps.
God, you're so
it's delicious.
Light. Mexicans seething that you microwaved the fucking quesadilla. They're seething right now.
Well, most Mexicans aren't eating quesadillas. They're eating better Mexican food than that.
That's an excellent point. Yeah.
But like, I'll get every once in a while like quesadillas from Chipotle or something with steak in it. I'll do the steak. What is even in there? I think it's literally just steak and cheese, and then it comes with sides. So then I get sour cream and the hot
of the
sauce.
Mexican food world.
Yeah,
a quesadilla is a Mexican chicken tendy. It's just the basic kids menu item that there's not much going on. And if you're an adult, you don't eat quesadillas. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this, because when I was a child, and like my friends in high school loved to go to Chipotle, and I was like I was way more of a picky eater back then than I am now. And so when I would go to Chipotle, I would get like a cheese quesadilla. Or two or whatever, I don't know. And there came a day where I got cheese quesadillas, and I was like, I got sick of them because it was too much just carbs and like no protein. There's protein in cheese, but not enough. And I was like, ooh, this is making me feel gross. There has to be meat in here. So then I went to the chicken quesadilla, and it was fine. Delicious even. So now I can't eat cheese quesadillas anymore. They make me sick to think about.
Really? That's crazy. It
makes me sick to eat. Here's the thing, dude, and I got this from my dad, because I am not a big eater, but my dad, his unspoken, he's never said this, but I've lived with him for 30 years. I've known him for a while. And he will not, I'm not kidding. In 30 years, I've seen him eat dinner thousands of times, and he has never ever eaten dinner that does not have meat in it. There has to be meat or it's not dinner. And I think I like unconsciously picked that up, and if I'm not eating some meat, chicken, beef, fucking lamb, whatever, fish, if there's not meat in the meal, it's not really dinner, is it? It's a snack. I can go vegetarian for lunch. That's fine. Or breakfast. But if I'm having dinner, it's not dinner without meat. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I mean, typically, yeah. There's not a whole lot you can make without meat that fills you up. Yeah.
What kind of dinners do you eat these days that don't have any meat in them? Because I literally can't think of any.
Well, I'll get some meals from this lady we order meals from some nights. Like, they'll be like raviolis and shit. So it'd be like ravioli and salad, and it won't have meat in it. Or like there was
what would be in the ravioli?
Cheese.
A cheese ravioli. You'd get
Cheese,
meat
and what
sauce
else was
in
in
that
it?
case, though, wouldn't you?
It's like a tomato sauce, not a meat sauce, though. No.
That's crazy. Yeah, that just isn't dinner for me.
But then
Spinach raviolis.
vegetarian chili last week, which is delicious. Actually, it's just literally it tastes exactly like chili. There's just no meat in it, and I honestly couldn't even tell.
What do they put instead of meat?
All the same shit. Beans, bunch of beans.
Huh.
But it's got all like the
Beans have a
spices
lot
and
of
everything,
protein,
and it's
though.
thick. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, if I'll like try to eat something without meat, like I can't even think of the last time, but it's like I think we did a dinner with like leftovers a couple weeks ago where I had like a baked potato salad and like some other dog shit we were trying to get rid of, like leftover breadsticks from somewhere. And like 20 minutes later, I'm just starving again.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely starving, man.
Yeah.
You just have to. You have to have it. I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how vegetarians do it. Do you know Ben was vegetarian for a long time?
I remember,
And
yeah.
he always had no energy. He was always tired. All of this other shit, he was always weak. And then he finally got over. He's like, yeah, I need to start eating at least chicken. And then he started eating chicken, and now he's back to eating all meat
I don't
again.
even feel bad for chickens. Factory farm those little dinosaur fucking fucks.
Oh, who cares about chickens?
Yeah, fuck chickens.
And the only other person
I for them, torture them.
The only person I've ever known that's vegetarian, again, very tired all the time, very weak,
sickly
and
looking.
issues with she had an iron
deficiency. Iron deficiency, yeah.
Yeah, so you had to take like pills and shit, always
that,
full.
Though.
Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But
everyone has their own point of view, but
makes it worse.
Don't tell me it's more healthy than just eating meat. That's not necessarily true.
It's not true. It's absolutely not true.
And they think that usually, so.
It
all depends how you eat too. Like Ben was a dog shit vegetarian. That was part of it. Ben would like literally just eat like, I don't even know what he would eat, but like this other girl that I knew that's vegetarian would like make good like filling vegetarian things but still have no energy ever. Ben would just eat like plain lettuce and nothing. He didn't know how to be like a good vegetarian. It was just like, oh, I'm gonna eat everything I've ever ate but just not with the meat. So instead of having steak and a salad, I'll have just the salad with nothing on it, you know?
Yeah, people will say like red meat is linked to like cancer and heart disease and whatever. And when you actually look at those studies, I heard this from Joe Rogan. I don't know if this is true, so you guys can look into it. But it sounds correct. What's actually being compared is a good vegetarian diet to the standard American diet, which happens to include meat. And in that case, of course the standard American diet has more heart disease, because the standard American diet isn't like grass-fed ribeyes with salt only. It's fucking cheeseburgers with buns and french fries and milkshakes and all the other trash Americans eat. The standard American diet is awful. We all agree on that. But the standard American diet is what's causing all the fucking heart disease. It's not the fact that there happens to be meat in the standard American diet. That's not the variable necessarily that is linking meat to heart disease. It's all the other trash American pigs eat. So they're just something to consider or look into. I never looked into it. I don't care. But anyways, fuck, what was I going to say? God damn it.
It's just like everyone says something different too. Like one fucking food guy or scientist, whatever they call him. What are those guys even called? Nutritionists?
Yeah. Dietitian.
One of them will say, "Oh, the healthiest diet you can have is not eating meat. You know, you'll live the longest, blah blah," because they're a vegetarian. Then the next, some other guy who has the same exact credentials, will say, "Oh, if you eat red meat every single day, you're gonna live until you're 120." And it's like, who do I believe?
I agree with you.
It's like the same. It's like it always comes down to like that's how all this science shit is. It's like, is it really science or fact when all of you guys are scientists and have different opinions on it? What am I supposed to believe? What's real?
Dude,
it's like you always hear that about like wine and coffee too. It either kills you or it makes you live an extra 30 years. Which one is it?
Yep.
Somebody figure it out. Because obviously some nutritionist out there doesn't know what they're talking about. Who's right? How do I know?
I totally agree with you. This is how I feel, by the way, about every important thing.
Yes.
like, this is why Tanner and I don't have strong opinions on anything important, because, okay, for example, unions, okay? I could find you some guy who has a 190 IQ, 8 PhDs, and is a professor at Harvard, MIT, and Stanford at the same time, who says unions are the worst thing ever. And then I can find another guy with all of that who says unions are the best thing ever. Cool. Well, two people who know way more about this than I ever will and are smarter than I'll ever be disagree on this topic. Who the fuck am I to have an opinion on this? I don't know. If they can't figure it out, I certainly fucking can't. Who am I going to trust? I don't know. This is why I have strong opinions on things that really smart people all agree on. For example, the Earth is not flat. Every scientist who studies the Earth knows that, or says that. So when all the smart people agree on a thing, then I'm confident saying, okay, the Earth's probably not flat. That's what
there's some guy out there.
Not flat.
There's a scientist who has all those same credentials who does think the Earth is flat, though.
That is true.
That person exists.
That is true. That is true.
Far less than other things, obviously, other instances, but there's always someone who doesn't agree. That's how all of this like nutrition, food shit is always.
But that is true with nutrition. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I've heard too though that like and I tend to, again, I don't know, but this feels like a correct argument to me. People will say like, yeah, you can eat a vegetarian diet and get as much protein as like a carnivore diet. But when you eat like 20 grams of protein from chickpeas versus 20 grams of protein from like beef, the beef has a bunch of fucking amino acids that you don't get from the chickpeas. So it's not as good of protein. I don't know if that's true, but that resonates with me. That sounds like it makes sense. Like that sounds right to me. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
this is why science isn't science. I don't know what to believe ever.
Money's fake. Science is fake. I agree. There was something I was going to say and I fucking forgot, man. God damn it. Damn it, rather. I don't remember. I simply don't remember, Tanner. And it's pissing me off. Whatever. Either way, yeah, quesadillas are for children, Steel Switch. So
if you live in Southern California,
and shut the fuck up, Steel Switch. How about that?
if you live in Southern California and go to like a authentic Mexican place and order a quesadilla of all things, yikes! You can't be trusted. You're
getting a cheese quesadilla with a loogie. Yeah.
That is,
yeah. You can't get a quesadilla without the loogie in Southern California. It doesn't, or the piss, or both. Yeah. And you deserve, hopefully he has HIV when he spits in your food because you deserve it. Don't order a quesadilla if your balls have dropped. Grow up. Get a taco. I mean, what are we doing, man? Anyway, yeah. It's not dinner unless there's meat in it. It's that simple. I don't know what else to say. So.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Next, Tanner likes cars. George Washington asked. Okay, well, I'll ask anyway.
Mustang or Camaro? They're both dog shit. I'd take a Mustang though. Camaros are ugly.
Yeah, I have
They're
actually
both dog shit American cars, so who cares?
Yeah, here's my opinion. Ford and Chevrolet are dog shit American manufacturers. You would have to pay me to own an American car. This isn't the 1960s anymore, and Detroit ain't what it used to be. I'm buying Japanese till I'm dead. So fuck both of them.
Yikes.
I feel like we did answer this one. I think Steel Switch repeated this in the patron Q&A questions. He did. Ooh, great question. Steel Switch asks.
Oh, wow.
This is a fantastic question. Best cut of French fries. And we have 7 options. I think this is probably all of them. I trust Steel Switch. Standard, crinkle cut, shoestring, steak cut, curly, waffle, or tater tot.
Yikes. Before I give my answer, let me say all of these
There's
choices are excellent, and I would eat all of them.
That is, of course,
without
true.
question. If they're on my plate, I'm happily eating all of those.
That is, of course, and that's worth saying. I'm glad you brought that up. There is some community feedback, which I'm not that surprised by. Oh, wait, I'm very surprised, actually. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, so I would say, so number one, it's a toss-up between curly and waffle for me. I'm going waffle because Chick-fil-A has really good fries, and theirs are considered waffle fries. So number one has got to be really waffle. Fries. Number two, then I'm going to go curly fries. Number three, I'm going to go down to standard for that. Number three is standard fries. Usually can't go wrong with a good standard. And then think of some of the best standard fries, dude.
What is crinkle cut? Is that different than
what are Islands
waffle?
fries? Theirs are standard, huh? Theirs are considered standard.
They're the best fries on earth, but they happen to be cut standardly. Oh, yeah. Crinkle Cut's Del Taco fries.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Or usually like frozen fries. So waffle, fries, yes. Curly, standard. Next, I'll probably go with...
You're ranking shoestrings awfully low, and I'm
probably going to go with tater tots next. A good crispy tater tot is really fucking good. I can't tell the last time I ate a tater tot, but they're delicious. And then after that, I'll probably do... Oh, man, it starts getting tough down here. Crinkle, I'm just going to throw at the bottom, because usually when I think of crinkle, I think of dog shit frozen fries. And
yeah, not many places do
what's the chicken place that has crinkle? Cane's has horrendous fries, and those are crinkle. So that's what I think. And Del Tacos are super hit or miss, and those are crinkle. So that's the last. Shoestring second to last, and then steak thrown up there in the middle. Who has shoestring fries anyways? Name one place that has shoestring fries. Well, I can't think of one.
I am upper class, so...
Yard House does, huh? There's shoestring.
So here's the thing about a shoestring fry. You're not getting it outside of an overpriced steakhouse. But if you get a shoestring fry at an overpriced steakhouse, they're really fucking good. They are excellent. You ever been to Fleming's?
No, of course not. Why would I pay $60 for a steak when I can make a better one at home for $20?
Yeah, it's entirely too expensive. I only eat there on my father's dime. Thanks,
and then $25 for a baked potato.
Yeah, and probably $100 for these shoestring fries.
I should go there once though, so I can experience it though. I need to. I've been meaning to go to one of those places.
The reason to go to a fancy steakhouse is not for the steak; it's for the apps. I do hear that a lot. Fuck up apps, dude. Like lionized potatoes at a fancy steakhouse, you're not making those at home. They are so fucking good. I don't know what they do. I don't know how they do it. But any app at a fancy steakhouse, just so goated with the sauce. But the steak itself, yeah, it'll be really good, but it's nothing you couldn't do at home. Because, yeah, you can make a steak fairly easily.
The easiest thing to cook, yeah.
So number one, I'm going curly. Number two, I'm going shoestring. Interesting. Shoestring fries are so good. Have you had light, airy?
They are very crispy, which I do like. That's why I ranked them so low, because I can't think of anywhere that has them. Except I think Yard House does have them, but they're not super thin like I consider like a shoestring would be.
Yeah,
but they're thinner, and they are very crispy and delicious though. So that's mostly why mine was low there, because yeah, not many places have them.
Yeah, that's true. I can only think of really fancy restaurants that have shoestring fries, but every time they're really good. So curly number one, shoestring 2, waffle 3, standard 4, tater tot 5, crinkle 6, steak 7. Steak fries suck cocks. Give me a baked potato at that point. What are we doing?
They're not
Here's the thing. They're little slices of potato. They're baked potatoes. They're little mini baked potatoes. Suck my dick. They're not fries anymore when they're fucking an inch around. Suck my balls. These aren't fries anymore. They're not steak fries. It's a misnomer. They're miniature baked potatoes, which is fine. They're great. I'll fuck up a steak fry, but they're the least of the fries. Yeah.
But like a crispy steak fry, like from Red Robin,
Ooh, great point.
If they put 40 fries on your plate, though, 3 of them will be
point.
crispy. So that's why I ranked it lower.
Yeah.
But if you get a crispy steak fry, that's like the best
point.
fry you can get. It's a lot of crisp on there, but they're usually not crispy because they're so big, they're wide, they're thick that they don't fry them long enough. And they just won't. And they'll just be too soggy. And that's where they are disgusting. They're the like a typical steak fry is the soggiest fry there is.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Great question. I'm surprised most of the community said waffle fries over curly, though. Every single option from our community got 1 vote, except for shoestring fries got 3 votes. Good. Curly fries got 2, and waffle fries got 6.
Yeah.
I'm surprised waffle fries are the community favorite. I would think curly fries would be the community favorite. And I'm surprised anyone even knows what a shoestring is. Because this is for people who go to fancy restaurants. None of whom are you listening, I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Right?
of course.
Kidding, obviously. I don't go to fancy restaurants. Unless my dad is paying, of course.
Yeah.
I live with my parents. I'm 30, by the way. So.
I'm going to get some water if you want to start doing the next one.
Okay. Next! Steel Switch asks a question. Another food question. Can you rank the below condiments? And he's given us 8 options. Neb has added a 9th option, which I'm going to allow into the selection because it's a great option that Neb has included. So shout out to Neb for including this option. Ketchup, yellow mustard, dill relish, ranch, barbecue sauce, sriracha, hot sauce, mayonnaise, and then Neb has added as a 9th selection, chipotle mayonnaise, chipotle mayo. All great condiments. And this is something I've said before on this program, and I'll say it again. I'm a big sauce guy. I love me some sauces. So this question's right up my alley. And it's tough. Some of this is tough. The number 1 of these 9. So the number 1 condiment, which is not on this list, should be obvious. And it's garlic aioli. That is the best condiment that exists. Duh. But that's not on the list, and that's fine. So with that said, chipotle mayo is the number 1 condiment of these 9. Chipotle mayo, it's not always available, but when it is, holy shit, it's good. Big chipotle mayo guy. So that's number 1. Number 2 is ranch. Because ranch is really good, and it's an extremely versatile condiment. You can do a lot with ranch. I think you can do more with ranch than you can do with any other condiment on this list, in fact. Ranch can go on pizza. It can go on fries. It can go on wings. It can go on burgers. You can do a lot with ranch in a way that you can't really do with any of these other condiments. So ranch is gonna be at that spot. Next has to be ketchup. Just a classic condiment. Oh, is that a cat? That is the smallest cat I've ever seen. You're muted, I think, by the way.
I wasn't saying anything, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Holy shit, how old is that kitten?
7 weeks.
Is this the one whose brother died or whatever? Or is this a new batch?
No, he went off to get adopted already.
Okay. Is that one cool?
Yeah, the best one we had.
That's a cute cat. Let me get a meow. Let me get a meow.
Doesn't meow much.
You did it on command? Don't squeeze it to make it meow, man. The timing was too good on that for you not to have done it on purpose. You can't be squeezing cats.
You just have to move them. You just move them a little bit and they meow.
Really?
Yeah.
That was quite the meow. That was a little kitten meow. Anyways, chipotle mayo. What was next? Ranch, ketchup, barbecue sauce, sriracha, hot sauce, mustard, mayonnaise, and relish. I don't like relish. I respect relish as a condiment. It's just not for me. There are certain things I don't respect in the food world. And there are certain things I do respect, but they're just not for me. Onions is one of those things, and relish is one of those things. I respect someone that likes relish. It's just not up my alley, you know? So that would be my ranking.
Did you put any like restrictions on this, or like are you thinking like a certain food when you rate these?
Just
because a lot of these are entirely different foods. Okay, got it.
Yep.
Number 1, ranch. Number 2, I'm gonna go with.
Include Chipotle mayo in your rankings, by the way.
Yeah, I will. Number 1, ranch. Number 2, I think Chipotle mayo. Number 3, I guess ketchup.
Ketchup's underrated, dude.
I kind of don't care about the rest of them, honestly. Put them wherever. I don't care about most of them.
I kind of got there. I got there pretty quick, too.
Sriracha, I don't care. I don't like the taste of. It's not that it's like too hot. I just don't love the flavor. Hot sauce, it's too... It depends. I love certain hot sauces, and then most of them are just disgusting tasting.
That's the thing about sriracha. People don't try enough different brands of sriracha because everyone gets the same.
I thought there only was one brand. Isn't it like the standard sriracha brand?
Exactly. Everyone thinks that. But if you go to a Chinese restaurant, they'll have like their own house sriracha, and it's way better than the shit you buy at a grocery. The Red Rooster sriracha or whatever that everyone gets at a store, which is good, but there are better srirachas out there.
Close to us, by the way.
Oh, is it really?
It's made like Irwindale or something.
Yeah. If you get a house sriracha at a Thai place or a Chinese place, they can be really good. Really good. So just something to consider.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I mean, relish, mustard, whatever. Barbecue sauce, same thing. I like.
Too sweet.
I'm honestly not a big barbecue sauce guy.
I'm not either.
You shouldn't need barbecue sauce unless your meat tastes disgusting. I'll put like a thin layer on my ribs to get like sticky and kind of tacky, but it doesn't overwhelm the flavor. It's more just like for texture and like feel, and you get like a little taste of it. And then like pulled pork. That's the only other thing I like barbecue sauce on. I don't cook steak or something or chicken and just like put barbecue sauce in a plate and dip it in it.
Yeah.
It's just, unnecessary if your food tastes good.
It's something little kids do, I think. Barbecue sauce is too sweet. Kind of ruins
they're
good
very
meat,
sweet. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But we had this conversation. Vinegar-based barbecue sauces are hit diffy.
Yeah.
To be fair. So, they do be hitting diffy. So, yeah. God, that cat is cute, dude. Cute little cat. That thing is, that cat's barking, dude. Next, quickly, Belisarius of Byzantium asks, and this is a meme, it's Reflex. Does Raz have a nicotine addiction? Yes, of course I do. Duh. I started vaping because I have ulcerative colitis, and when I was first diagnosed with it,
You are fake news.
I tried all the medicine, whatever. Only thing
He's
that worked.
just an addict.
No, that's actually not true because I didn't start vaping until after I got diagnosed. I got diagnosed with it. I did a bunch of shit. None of it worked except prednisone, but you can't take, it's a steroid. You can't take it long term or you'll go blind. So then I was like, okay, I wonder what else I can do. And then I went on PubMed, looked up colitis, whatever. And there are a bunch of studies on people who smoke cigarettes and have colitis experience 0 symptoms. And oftentimes people are fucking 40 or 50 and they will quit cigarettes because they're trying to get healthy, and then and they'll get a real unpleasant surprise and they'll start fucking shitting blood everywhere, and they'll be like, holy shit, what's wrong? They'll go to the doctor and the doctor will be like, yeah, you have colitis, you've had it your whole life, it's a genetic disease, but you didn't experience any symptoms because you smoked cigarettes, and for whatever fucking reason that completely eliminates symptoms. So then I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to start smoking fucking cigarettes for my colitis. That's a little too aggressive. My grandpa died when he was like 62 of lung cancer. Quick, too. He went from chillin' to dead fast. It was fucking crazy. So that's part of the reason. But even without him dying, I kind of already knew smoking cigarettes isn't great for you. So I was like, I'm not going to do that, but could start vaping. Maybe that'll help. And it does. It helps a lot, actually. But now, do I have a nicotine addiction? Of course I do. Oh, of course I do. Is it worth it? Of course it is. Helps a lot. It's definitely worth it. Absolutely worth it. Sign me up, dude. I'd rather vape, and however bad that is for you, than colitis symptoms up to 11. And I won't get into it, but you guys can look it up. It's not great. That's not good for you either, so yeah.
I can't wait for like 20 years when they come out and realize, oh shit, vaping was worse than smoking cigarettes.
It's possible, yeah.
The entire time. Like, didn't doctors used to like recommend cigarettes back in like the 40s or something?
Yep, they did.
Same thing with, I mean, there's like the famous one of milk making your bones stronger, and that was just fake news, or whatever they always talked about with milk was just not true. And they don't, I just know no one says that anymore. Like, that's not a real thing. Like, they don't recommend milk for what they used to.
Interesting. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. But anyway,
I used to say, like, if your bones are brittle without milk or something, like you needed it to survive, or your bones were just going to disintegrate, basically.
The thing about potassium too, when we were kids, people used to say, oh, eat bananas, they have a lot of potassium. You know what has more potassium than a banana? A potato. Like, you can get potassium from potatoes, which everyone eats. You don't need bananas for potassium. They're not.
The only time and thing I ever hear about potassium is bananas. You're right.
Yep. But literally potatoes have more potassium than bananas.
It's funny.
So it's like, why do people
But you can't just eat like a raw potato for breakfast. I guess it's easier to get potassitum from just downing a banana real quick.
Yeah, that could be part of the reason. You might be right, yeah.
Like part of your breakfast or something. Breakfast. Dude, bananas fuck as a breakfast food.
I
piece
have
of toast and banana or something.
It's really annoying.
Really?
My throat will start to like close up. It's super
you should.
annoying.
I'm gonna feed you all the bananas. Next time I'm somewhere where you're sleeping, I'm gonna stuff a banana down your throat.
Well,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna log into Arc right now and see if I can find a banana and shove it up your ass and then down your throat. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna shove my banana into your throat. What are your thoughts? And then give you a banana cream pie in the throat. What are your thoughts on that?
No.
You don't want that?
Nope.
I'll do it against your will. Call me Bobby Kotick at Activision, because I'm just going to sexually harass you in the mouth. Other joke, by the way. I'm not alleging Bobby Kotick's done anything illegal. Just all jokes. This is an entertainment podcast. I'm playing a character. What was the Alex Jones defense? Playing a character, whatever. Anyway.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Jax asked, what are your top 3 gaming genres, and what is your favorite game from each one? It's a good question. A little spin on something we've answered, probably. A little fucking spin.
I don't think I have 3 favorite genres. Number 1 is FPS games. It's always been FPS games. Number 2, I want to say like survival type games, but the reality is that was one game ever, and I've never been able to find another one I liked. And that was H1Z1, and I've yet to find one that was even somewhat decent since then.
You like AoE and shit like that, don't you? And The Sims?
Oh, for 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, all of those for 5 minutes. They don't hold me though.
What about RPGs? Do you play anything besides Red Dead? Any RPG besides Red Dead?
I guess whatever like Red Dead Grand Theft Auto is, I guess that would be number 2.
RPG. That's RPGs. Then.
Okay, that's some sort of RPG then, yeah.
So then Red Dead would be that one.
Yeah, what other video? I don't think I even have a third favorite genre. Okay. I've just always pretty much played shooters. That's been my number 1 thing since I was young.
Yeah. Yeah. This is easy for me.
I'm not a fucking nerd like you.
I'm a huge nerd. So, top 3 gaming genres. Number 1, the RPG.
The RPG.
And it would be a tie between Star Wars The Old Republic, which is an MMORPG, or Knights of the Old Republic, which is just a single-player standard RPG. or actually, Divinity Original Sin 2. That might be my favorite RPG. It's hard.
Divinity, huh?
I would say KOTOR probably, but I don't know. I'd have to think about that more. But RPG is one of them. Second one, 4X. This is a genre of game that only the biggest nerds play. Because you have to literally like read a lot and learn before you can actually have fun. You have to invest time before you start having fun in any 4X game. And 4X, the genre, stands for, there are 4 X's. Explore, expand, exterminate, and exploit. So they're games like, what's the most popular 4X game? Civilization, Civ 6. Probably the most popular 4X game. There's a genre of games like that. My favorite of those is a game called Stellaris. And this game I purchased, and I didn't play it for 6 months because I was so overwhelmed at how much I had to learn before I could play it and have fun. There is that much you have to learn about the game before you can like play it. But eventually I did, and then I played Stellaris, and then it took me a solid 3 weeks before I understood all the mechanics of playing 2 or 3 hours a day. Like 3 weeks before you understood like all the mechanics. And then once you do, holy fuck, that game is fun. So a big fan of Stellaris. Stellaris is for the 4X games or Crusader Kings 3, but probably Stellaris. I think that game's better. And then number 3, favorite genre, first person shooter games. Favorite FPS? They all fucking suck. Can that be my answer?
Yeah.
They're all fucking lacking dog shit. The one I most enjoyed was probably Halo 3, but that says nothing about Halo 3 and everything about the fact that I was 17 years old when I played it. So I don't know if that counts as my favorite game. It was like my favorite time to be playing an FPS, so I don't know. The FPS I had the most fun on was honestly BO4, even though that game sucked cock. It was not a good game. It was bad, but it was actually a bad game. But the maps were good. The visibility was good. The time to kill was extremely long, and there was no crossplay at that time. So I never got cheesed ever. And that made BO4 a lot of fun. The operators were the worst thing I've ever had the displeasure of experiencing in an FPS, but I didn't know what I had until it was gone. Let's put it that way. I wasn't ready for the fucking dumpster fire of MW 2019. And it was competitive, yeah. It was very
like every lobby was a 1.7 average KD.
Yeah, but there
was no bad players.
Controller or aim assist. There were a lot of bad players, but there were no bad teams. Every single team had like someone who was twisted.
There was always, 1 or 2 good sweats on every team. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That was so fun. I still can't believe, Tanner, you and I used to play multiplayer Call of Duty for the fun of it and not even stream it.
For hours.
And we would be excited to.
When you look back at it, BO4 was a very fun pub game.
It was.
You talked all that shit about the abilities and whatnot. That made for the best like pub COD experience in a long time, honestly.
Yeah. Do I want to feel more popular? That's a new one. Yeah, I think that was a really fun pub game, but not because of the operator shit. But you're right, though. When you got your fucking Tempest as profit and you hit a nasty kill chain and were certain you got play of the game, that was fun.
Yeah, literally we'd grind for play of the game basically. True. And it was always so competitive because like the games would be close and then we'd have to decide like you're going to use your ult right now, get on, because our teams were always dog shit because of skill-based matchmaking. Even back then, it was you and I, and then we would have horrible teammates. So we'd go down. We wouldn't care at first. And be like, okay, we're fucking down by 50. I guess we'll try to win. So then we tried really hard to cap B, get the flags, triple cap them. save our ults for the best, for the most opportune moments.
Yeah.
Get our streaks rolling. We would even use separate streaks so we could have like 6 streaks going at the same time.
Dude? Yeah. And
yeah.
We would ask, like, okay, what are your dailies? Because sometimes you would get the fucking daily where, like, get 5 Mantis kills. So if you got that and I didn't, it would be like, okay, Tanner, what are you running? Oh, okay, I'm running Mantis, Strike Team, and Attack Helicopter. And then if you were doing
sniper,
that...
Sniper's Nest, whatever it was
Sniper's Nest, yeah. So if you were running those 3, then I would run Sniper's Nest, Thresher, and like, I don't know. What's the third
Strike
one?
Team.
There's
another one we're missing there.
There's one we're missing 100%. Oh my god.
Let's look at the list of them. Thresher was the most OP streak.
There were literally 6 good ones that we would always use.
I know. We could actually have 6 of them. It was crazy.
Yep. Because we would always have... We would both have different ones, yeah. For sure. AC 130?
Gunship. Maybe it was just Gunship.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. AC 130.
Hellstorm,
Gunship, yeah.
A lot of time we'd run Hellstorm, and then Lightning Strike was dog shit. So the bottom 6 were Mantis.
Drone Squad. Oh no.
Yeah, this is missing from the screenshot. No, Drone Squad.
Drone Squad could be hacked. We never ran that.
Drone Squad was added later on. That wasn't on launch, huh? Because this list I'm looking at, it's not even on.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Gunship was a good one. Gunship was nuts in that. Thresher, Strike Team. Strike Team was dog shit half the time. Strike Team either got you 40 kills or they were all dead as soon as they landed.
Yeah, it was
There's no in between.
Super hit or miss. Yeah. It says Warthog.
Yeah, where's Drone Strike at?
Strafe Run. So weird. Okay, here we go. Mantis, Attack Chopper, Strike Team, Strafe Run, Gunship. Those were the good ones. I think we could have 2 Mantises at the... No, we couldn't. No, it wasn't that. Yeah, what was it? We figured it out somehow. I remember. Maybe we ran UAV. One of us ran UAV or something.
Yeah, it was probably 5 good streaks, then 1 shitter one.
And 1 UAV or something. Or counter... A counter UAV was actually good in that game. You remember that? Because there was always a mini-map, and you would show up on mini-map if you shot your gun. Yeah, kind of like every Call of Duty game ever before that, which made a lot of sense. Then counter UAV was actually super fucking good in that game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Yeah. Remember getting you a nuke on the map with the worst FPS
the worst
in the
map.
game?
I had like 50 frames. Every other map I had like 200.
What was that map called?
I don't know. It was horrendous.
It was actually a decent map, but the performance was so bad that I didn't like it. No, I liked
that's why
that
I didn't
map.
like it. I think it starts with an A.
I don't think so. Maybe. Let me look.
I'm looking at a list.
Gridlock? Is it Gridlock? Yeah, Gridlock. Gridlock. It's called Gridlock.
Gridlock is terrible.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we got you. I was running Recon. Or no, you were running Recon. I think I was running Crash, maybe? One of us was running Recon. I'm certain of that. Because that was a really good way to get a nuke. Because people would light up, obviously. It's really good.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss Icebreaker so much. I think that was my favorite BO4 map. That wasn't a remake.
Icebreaker, really?
Dude, I loved Icebreaker, man. It was so good and fun on Dom. It was the worst map in the game on TDM, but on Dom it was so fucking fun, dude. God, I loved Icebreaker.
Yeah, but so that's why I don't know, it just felt more competitive, and I don't know why. I don't know.
I think it was mostly because there was no cross input.
I think it really was the no crossplay, cross input.
And the TTK was super long too.
I didn't ever bitch about kill cams and just be like, fuck this guy.
Yep.
You know, you get mad because they were like better.
Yep.
They were better people than us.
Yeah. Or if they were using a knife, ballistic knife, or Dragon's Breath Spas 12, we would bitch about them too.
There was a lot of overpowered shit in that game. Locust was so overpowered for weeks.
Switchblade was completely insane and broken.
For
That
months,
gun was
yeah.
absurd.
Literally months.
Months. Oh yeah, for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Damon. You remember how broken and disgusting that gun was?
Damon was fucking nasty.
Holy
Damon was so
shit.
much fun to use.
It was really fun. It was a unique gun.
Yeah, burst guns feel really good.
Mm-hmm. The Stingray. I remember when that sucker came out. The Fléchette rounds.
Ugh.
I remember, dude, I unlocked the operator mod, and it took me like one game to get a fucking because we played Dom, so it was good on that map. Because I got a kill. It took me like a game or two, and I'm shooting one guy, and I get a double kill just from splash damage, and I was like, "Fuck, this gun is stupid." It was so fun though, man.
Yeah, a bunch of that shit was
the
OP.
Stingray. Big fan of the Stingray.
But I think it just felt more competitive. You know why? I think it's because it felt like you could change the game. I feel like you can't. Two people alone can't change the game anymore. In MW, it didn't matter. If your team was dog shit, you just get farmed. It didn't matter. There's nothing you could do.
Yeah, it's because it was only 6s back then. So you really could impact the game. But now we play Ground War and 10s and
or Vanguard,
game.
24 versus 24 on Blitz,
Right.
some shit like that.
Yeah.
So you can't single-handedly turn the game around for your team, and I think that's why they feel less competitive.
That's a good
than like BO4 felt.
Yeah,
it's like we'd be fighting over B on Icebreaker, and then I'd be like, shit, I almost have ult. Just like keep holding there, stay alive as long as you can.
I need 20 more points for fucking gunship. Please don't let me die.
Or we would, you would rush to get your Thresher, because once you got one Thresher, you had a Thresher up the whole game.
Correct. Yes.
So
broken.
Whichever first team got the Thresher pretty much won.
Yep.
And we'd always like rush to get that, and then you could literally change the game that way. Or there's nothing more like rewarding as when you were down, and then you'd start farming and trying to bring it back, trying really hard, and then get your streaks rolling. Then you call in that first Thresher, and you're like, oh, this is it, baby. We're fucking rolling now. And you changed the entire game. That has not existed in COD multiplayer since BO4. You can't do that.
True.
There's nothing you can do that's as impactful as like the ults were and the streaks were in BO4, which made it a fun pub game to keep playing.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know what I had until it was gone, man. Just didn't know what I had. So
you're a typical COD dumbass, yeah.
Actually, literally true, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man. I just didn't know
you
should
said
appreciate
the same
being able to
shit
see people.
Going into MW 2019, like, I can't wait to never fucking play BO4 again. This game is dog shit. It's the worst game I've ever played. You said all the same shit about it.
Yep. And I meant it.
Yeah, you did mean it at the time. You're fucking dumb, yeah.
Well, so much changed from BO4 to MW 2019, though. That
Complete
was
opposite
a revolution.
games, yeah.
It was a revolution. Cross-platform, cross-input. Yeah, so much changed that, like, yeah, we didn't know.
And it's funny, we thought going into that we were gonna farm controller players, because you don't realize aim assist until you play against it when you don't have it. It feels normal playing console versus console before that on controllers.
Exactly. Yeah, you
But
don't
then
know.
once you get against them, you're like, oh, this is not at all how I felt.
Mhm.
That's not how I thought it was. Like, I remember saying that to, like, I think it was like my little brother-in-law or something. I'm like, you guys are gonna get fucking farmed by us. I was like, K-Band players are so much better. I mean, just 2 weeks into MW 2019, I was like, boy, was I wrong. I'm getting shit on by everyone.
I could not believe how badly we were doing in the beta. Like, do you remember, like, struggling to get like 5 kills in a row in the beta?
Oh yeah,
it was insane.
I was so worried going into MW 2019 that I was just bad at video games. I could not figure it out. There's never been like a shooter that I could not figure out. I didn't know what was happening. Like, we actually struggled to get like 3 or 5 kills. I think the other thing was
TTK. The TTK was so much different. That was
the maps were so bad that we weren't used to playing COD on like non-3 lane maps. Like, you couldn't predict the spawns. You didn't know where people were going to be. Everything. And it made for like a really weird experience, and the time to kill.
Yeah.
And, scuffs up close. Yeah, it was interesting combo, to say the least. It
was a shock. Yeah.
And then we learned, like, oh, let's just play Ground War. That's probably why we like Ground War too. Long range engagements. That's why we did so much better in Ground War.
Yeah,
and
that's
less
probably
skill-based
part of it.
matchmaking too.
Yeah, both of those things I think is true. Yeah. To be fair though, we got good at 6s too. We were doing really well in 6s. We just had to change so much of our playstyle. Because in BO4, if someone's worse than you, you can let them have 2-3 shots on you and still win every single time. That's not possible in MW. So we had to just change up our playstyle so much. But eventually we got used to it and we were fine. But yeah, it still wasn't as fun as 10s or Ground War. I had more fun in 10s Dom than Ground War though. That was still the best playlist in MW 2019. I would much rather play
Boots
10s
on the
Dom.
Ground War was the most fun, but it didn't usually exist.
Yeah, no. I liked 10s Doms better. 10s Dom better, rather. I actually liked Arklov Peak. 10s Dom, Arklov Peak. I liked that
Arklov on 10s was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun map. I have
Terrible
some
on
fun
6s,
memories.
of course.
I remember when you almost got a nuke on Arklov Peak. And then the game ended and you didn't call it in because you're dog shit.
Oh, when the game was glitched early on. Yeah, there was a glitch early on in the game. This was like probably a month and a half, 2 months into launch. I got the kills. It wouldn't let me call it in, so I tried to die as soon as possible. I ran, let someone kill me really quick, as fast as I could. Spawned back in, and because the MW spawning was so slow, because it like takes you from the overhead camera down to your character, it wastes like a second and a half. I start spamming the button. The game was ending. It's like, cool, so I didn't get to call it in. It didn't matter at the time though, because the nuke calling card wasn't even in, so I would have had to get another one anyways.
That's true, but we didn't know that at the time.
It had been figured out, but it had been figured out because other people had gotten nukes and were like, oh, there's no calling card.
Oh, yeah. You know what it was? We were thinking, surely they will add one and it will retroactively apply. So you were still super mad about it.
Yeah, surely they didn't. Yeah.
And of course they didn't retroactively apply it. Yeah, we both ended up getting nukes before they released the card, and we were both mad. We had to fucking get them again, which we did, of course. That was the most fun I've ever had playing MW 2019, was failing to get a nuke that weekend.
Yeah.
When we played together in Ground War, and then we both tried to do it by ourselves in 10s and got it in a day.
I know.
That was so funny.
It was like, yeah, mine was on Atlas Superstore.
So was mine.
In 10s after we had tried.
So was mine.
And I swear to God, it's like, you went to like eat, and I was like, all right, I'm going to play a little bit longer. And then like 30 minutes, an hour after you go to eat, I get it.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, 10's Atlas, find 10's Atlas. Because there's so many lanes, you can play slow and essentially rat it up when he gets like 25 kills and easily get it.
Yep. And that's exactly what I did. I just played super outskirts. I got 10's Atlas headquarters. And headquarters can be good for getting a nuke because the games can last 45 minutes. Like so fucking long. So and you can play really, really slow. And the spawns are super predictable.
The spawns can be predictable because if you cap the headquarters and you kill everyone, their whole team's going to respawn at the same time. Exactly. So wherever they're spawning, you say, okay, they're going to be spawning the other side of the map. You know there's going to be 6 of them running your way.
Exactly. So you can just fucking get out of there and then... Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but that weekend when we kept wanting Anaya and we would go to that dumb spot, we got a 26 kill streak, both of us, every game, 10 games in a row. But by that time, by the time you get 20 plus, if you're in the same spot, you've made so many people mad by the time you've gotten 20 kills in a row that everyone's shooting RPGs and fucking throwing Semtexes at you.
They don't care about anything anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't care. They'll literally suicide bomb you until you're dead and you just can't do anything. Yeah.
You also, like what I was saying about how games haven't been impactful since BO4 because there's so many people in Ground War. If you also had a bad team, you just couldn't go for it that game. So it's like, okay, the other team has every flag capped. No one's even spawning at the base here. Yeah. I can't do anything, you know?
Yeah, true.
It all just depended on how good your team was. And they couldn't be too good because then you'd cap everything and then the game would be over. That was an issue too.
And it was annoying. Yeah, I agree. I know. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun though. Trying for it was so fun. And it was fun because we were going for there was like a goal, you know? Like there's something to go for. That we just like that we don't have anymore. Like what am I gonna go for in fucking Vanguard? I don't think there's a new calling card in Vanguard. Wait, is there even a nuke?
Yeah, there's the V2.
There's the V2, right? And there's no calling card for it.
25 kill streak.
Yeah.
No, there's no calling card for it. Is there?
Super cool. Super cool.
It's yeah. Why does Activision let studios design games without telling them baseline shit? Like, be like, hey, at the bare minimum, this person's gonna get a 25 or 30 kill gun streak without dying.
Give them
a calling card.
Yeah. Yep.
It's ridiculous that sometimes either we don't have it, we have it on launch, or we get it halfway through the game's life cycle. How is that a thing?
I know.
All the dev studios should just have it. That's not hard to code in. I know it's not, believe me. If they have stats to say aim assist is stronger,
a double kill, you get one. It's like,
exactly.
Okay, then make one for a fucking V2 also. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like they have all these crazy stats that we don't even know of, and yet it can't do that. Like, really?
Yeah.
It can't give me a calling card when I get 30 kills. I mean, it's just outrageous. I don't know, man.
I know. It's insane. All right, Tanner, I think we've done enough.
What do we make it? 7 days? About 7 days or what?
Probably like a 12-hour span, maybe.
I'll pin the question.
Oh, you're pinning it, huh?
Pinned it.
Pin that sucker. All right! That's it. We're done. I need to piss so bad, like our racehorse. That's what they say.
Do racehorses pee a lot?
I wonder why they say that. Yeah. It's probably because they feed them amphetamines, so they have to pee a lot or something.
Got it.
I don't know. Any jockeys in the chat?
I hope not.
If you're a jockey, grow, be bigger, and then also let us know why racehorses pee so much. That's it. Thanks for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed. Not much COD talk today. Although there was a lot just now at the end. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you are a relatively new listener and you're wondering why we call this a Call of Duty podcast, rest assured, most of the time, for the vast majority of episodes, it is exclusively Call of Duty focused. So just have faith, strap in, and regardless, we hope you enjoyed this throwback ep. I had fun. It was a good time. And
some good cues.
Yeah, some good cues. Shout out to Steel Switch for the only good cues. Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll do this again soon. A Saturday evening, a little fucking Q&A pod in a month or so. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Patreon.com/thedropshot. 7 bonus episodes per month, monthly hangouts, and more. And it's the best way to support the program. If you like the podcast, if you want more of it, if you want us to not go bankrupt, patreon.com/thedropshot should be your first stop. You can also go to thedropshot.com to find a link to the Patreon there. And at thedropshot.com, you can find a link to each and every single fucking thing we have. Every dumb social media account we have. On which we post on most of them. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Yeah. Twitch.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's a lot, though. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.